Hello. Good morning. Camera fucked up again. Good morning. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. My name's Katie. It's wonderful to see all of you, and I hope you're doing really fucking well. Good morning, or day, or whatever. It's time zones. I don't. Whatever. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. I slept like a corpse. Oh my god, give it to me, sheepy. I'm here for an emergency. I'm here for an emergency, and I'm ready. Sales drive-by sub. Thank you so much for the drive-by sub. I tried to lean on that and it was gone. Thank you for the drive-by sub, love. I appreciate you. You have a shitty morning? Boo. Oh, fuck. Discord, please work. Oh, it worked. Oh my god, it's a miracle. Seriously, ever since the maybe it's just because I'm literally not opening Discord on my phone anymore, but ever since they like fucked up the Discord app, my desktop app has been perfect. Which is, great. I love it. It's my favorite. All right. Don't. Oh my God. Autoplay. Let me let it buffer for a second. Good morning. I hope you're doing well, everybody. Wait, I've injured my finger with a knife club. No. Dude. Okay. The welly band-aids though, right? I mean, I was trying to explain them to Zach because they do look like children's band-aids. And he's like, why do we have children's band-aids? And I'm like, babe, they just happen to look like children's band-aids. They're actually the best band-aids that have ever existed. I don't know what to tell you. Like hospitals need to invest in welly is all I'm saying. We don't even have that shit in a hospital, for fuck's sake. Those band-aids are the shit. Okay. Sheepy. What a fucking way to start Faded Friday. Oh my god. Pete and Baz are the shit. I mean, we all know this. I will stand by that. If you don't know who Pete and Baz is, I'd love to show you. That was incredible. What the fuck? This is a whole channel that does this, like animated video spoofs. I'm subscribing. Fire in the Spoof is what FITS stands for. That was amazing. Wow. That was so cool. Yeah, they smashed it, dude. What the fuck? That was so good. Sorry, to turn my light up. That was cheers to that. That was god damn it. They're so good. They smashed that feature in the latest song. They totally did. I mean, we've peaked, right? Like, I don't know where to go from here. That was so good. Fuck, dude. Cheers to that. That was great. I love that shit. You know what's funny? I was literally just listening to a podcast this morning on whoa, that's loud. Whoa, that's loud. Whoa. I'm back. I was listening to a podcast this morning about white rappers and like the commandeering of culture when it like not all white rappers, but a lot of white rappers. And it was really interesting because you guys know me, like I love rap. I grew up on it. I don't know. I grew up in like the 90s, early 2000s ish of like some really good rap. And I fucking hate when white people who rap thinks it's okay to say the N word. I've never got it. Maybe that's me being oversensitive. That's fine. I'll be oversensitive about it, but it doesn't like just because you rap doesn't mean you suddenly get to say the N word. None of that makes sense to me at all, and I've always had a problem with it. So it's a really interesting podcast. It wasn't anti-white people doing rap, by the way. It was just anti like commandeering the culture and not take what's the word? Owning up to the privilege you have. Like you might not be that good of a rapper, but you're white. So you're going to get more stuff. You're going to get more like popularity and shit because you're white. You're marketable. White is I mean it's gross. But yeah, exactly, Vada. I've never been like I was a huge fan of Eminem back in the day. I can still to this day rap a lot of Eminem's songs by heart. And I don't like he says the N-word once in a while and I'm like you're just cuz you rap doesn't mean that's okay. Like what? That's like being like, yeah, I grew up in the hood, therefore I can. No, what? What? No. Yes, it was very US. Yep, the podcast was covering basically like the big like the early like the late 80s when like Vanilla Ice basically. It was talking about people like that, like problematic people like Vanilla Ice where it was like not only did they steal material from other people, but they yeah. No. It was more of a historical talk about like the historical aspect of white people coming into the raposphere and then, I mean, I'm not kidding. Actually, they did mention an Irish band, Sheepy. I don't know if any of you guys know about this band. Please let me know. I've never heard of them in my life. I think they were late 80s, early 90s, whatever. But it was an Irish rap group, and they were very white. And I watched a clip of those very white Irish boys trying to say something along the lines of the N word isn't a race, it's a people, it's of the street. It doesn't, and like they were trying to claim that they are the soft, like it was, allegedly it didn't land well when this was going on, but like, was it House of Pain? I don't know. I'd never heard of them before. But they really, like, most of their music was literally trying to campaign for, like, that. Yeah. Yeah, Taco. That's how I felt. I was like, oh, that's some tone deaf. Yeah, posers. I mean, I think I don't, it's, we used to call people like that. Please excuse it. I think it's not an okay word because it's literally coming off of the N word, but wiggers, white, terrible, fucking terrible. Let's not with that. We were all shitty at one time. We're probably still shitty. In 20 years, we'll be like, oh my God, what were we saying 20 years ago? You know? Cheers. Exactly what Black Guy said. Yeah, fucking posers. I mean, it's like, I don't know. We were talking about this the other day. Like, I had a weird shower thought about, like, the racism of America and how, like, there's a huge portion of these, like, super white racists who pay a lot of money to fake tan their body. And it baffles. Just like this, I don't have to say it right. Like, it hurts my head to think about. No one liked that word. No one. It was something that, like, little white boys that thought they were gangster used to self-describe. It's a bad word. RTJ's everything. Dude, Nick, no shit. I was watching Zach and I could see him wilting. He didn't take a break for like 4 hours yesterday. He took a break at 3 and then did not take a break until he finished that game. And I was watching his stream just sitting here like sewing. And I was watching him like wilt, like, oh, like just start to go down. And you could see it, like his posture does this and he starts vaping real hard. And my sister had sent us a package for Christmas and she was like, you have to open it. There might be food in it. I was like, fuck. So I opened it while he was streaming and it had a big old tin of cookies. And I was like, I know how to get Zach alive again. But I think they really did. Like, I think he needed a jolt of something because he was sinking, man. And he liked the game, but I think he was going crazy. Dude, RTJ, Run the Jewels. Oh, you know who Run the Jewels is, right? Actually, the guy I was listening to, the podcast, he says that I never LP? Is that his name? Oh my god. In the Run the Jewels, did I do it? He thinks he's the best white rapper currently today, and I couldn't agree harder. He just kept referencing him. I'm like, dude, reference RTJ all day, please. I love them. Killer Mike is my hero. He's just so smart. Oop, never mind. No, you're cool. He was going ape shit. Well, I mean, we were talking about it afterwards. You guys, I'm sure, most of you are my age, if not older. You remember those games where it's like, it wasn't even a matter of like, good morning, Taco, by the way. It wasn't a matter of like skill or it wasn't a puzzle that you actually like used brain fuel to solve. It was like luck of the draw kind of gameplay. So the one I always bring up is, oh God, I just blanked on the name. Kingdom, fuck. It was a point and click from like 90s, 2000s where, and it was by Sierra. I remember that. But you would point and click and just like, find stuff, put stuff together, whatever. But there was these parts like a desert where if you would just be clicking through screens and if you clicked the wrong direction once, you were just done. You fucked the game. You had to reload a save. There was no going back. Like games, King's Quest, thank you. Yeah. Like, I don't know how, as a child, I had the patience or brain power I beat those games. Without the internet, without a walkthrough, without a chat. How? And that's what Monkey Island reminds me of. It's one of those games where you could just spend hours going around the exact same spot over and over and over clicking because maybe you clicked in the wrong order. Maybe you're fucked, but you don't know. You never knew. Like, we had incredible patience. Where did it go? Nowadays, I'm so fucking lazy. King's Mist, Riven, dude, Octoberville. Riven was my shit when I was a kid. I didn't actually have it. I didn't have a computer as a kid, but one of my best friends when I was in 4th grade had a computer, and she had Riven, and I'd go to her house, and we would play Riven, but we would, like role play it, but, like, in real life. So, like, we'd be, like, clicking through the forest and come upon a tree that looked really cool, and we'd look at each other and be like, "I bet that's a tortilla chip tree. We better get some tortilla chips from the tree for later." We'd go get a bag of tortilla chips and pretend we were eating chips, like, but we beat this game. I don't even know if I could do that today. Like, I would go crazy. I'd get impatient so fast. It's interesting. Like, we came up in those games and now we're like, "Man, where's my walkthrough?" Mhm. Honestly, Conan, I think you're right. It's the matter of we didn't have we didn't have alternatives. That if you wanted to play a video game, that was the one you had. So, like, clicking around for 4 hours was better than nothing. I don't think I ever played Quest of Glory. Which one was that? Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. Oh my god, I totally played this. Wow. Unlocked. Whoa, Kosh. I totally played this. I just totally forgot the name of it. Dude, this I just Googled it, but that storefront is what just unlocked some fucking legend memory in my brain. That, like, neon pink storefront. That's so weird. Isn't that weird how you forget games like that? Especially when you fucking spend so much time in them. Oh, Viata, boo. Are you sweaty? I remember the early days of the Asai game walkthroughs. Oh my god, did I ever tell you guys about funny story for it was a Christmas story actually. So when we finally got our, like, stock HP, um I for Christmas I was like, I want a video game. Like, I've been watching people play video games. I've been playing video games at friends' houses. Like, I can finally fucking do it now. And I asked for Christmas to get American McGee's Alice. I don't even know what year this was. I was in high school, whatever. It was a PC game, but it was like gothic Alice in Wonderland, which, like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I was so like that was all I was like, please, this is all I want in my life. Like, just get me this video game. My bless my mom's fucking soul. Bless her soul. She's such a not to this day, like, technology just ain't her jam. She went and bought me the, like, walkthrough book. Like, you remember back in the day when it would be bigger than a phone book? Sometimes more expensive than the actual game. She got me that and thought it was the game. And I remember, like, ripping it open and seeing the picture on the front of it, and, like, my soul was like, "Ah!" And then realizing it was a book and, like, thank you. It was one of the most golden moments ever. Yeah, the Prima guys, the huge ones, but they were really cool. Honestly, I loved it. It had all the art. Like, it was one of those beautiful walkthroughs that also had all the art and everything in it. I mean, it was hardback, gorgeous book, and I would go through and trace, and I kind of taught myself how to draw from it a little bit. A map with GPS and large landmarks. I don't have time to just randomly click till I find something. Dude, games without a mini map can fucking suck my ass. It's 2023. If you're gonna give me an open world game, I need a fucking mini map or something. A compass? I don't want to spin around. I don't want to spin in circles forever. For fuck's sake. There are so many games I've straight up just quit because they, like, you have to listen to the dialogue to understand where you're going to go next. And so I'll be sitting there listening and I'll be like, that's interesting, that's interesting. And then the dialogue's over and there's nothing happens and you're like, now what? And somewhere in the dialogue, they were like, head northeast to the tree under the cliff. There's no compass, no mini map, no nothing. I'm out. I don't know what to do. Like, give me something. Nico, right? Now you know my pain. See how they like autoplay and you can't control the player? And they always autoplay in mute? Did I just pronounce Asai? Is that not how you pronounce it? Okay, no shit. I said melee until I was 25. Melee instead of melee. I am a reader, and I did not have people around to correct me. Am I saying that wrong? Smoke! Wow, I think my nut just dropped just for you specifically. Yep, absolutely. Thank you for coming to the class, keeping the class alive, giving it a swings lover. I appreciate you. Dude, the picture of your dog on Twitter, I had a very good time laughing at it this morning. Give mini maps, seriously. And the thing is, like, I use ESO as an example all the time, but like, if you don't give me a mini map, someone's gonna mod it with a mini map and put the mini map in for you. I mean, if I was a designer, I'd just find that insulting. Like, if everyone's using a mod, just put it in the fucking game. Those Alice games were fucked. The second one was pretty fucking good, though. Oh, dude, Kona, I bless them, right? They tried. She made you mind the video game. Seriously, I knew everything about the video game, never played it before in my life. There was a video game I played all the time when I was a kid. My mom was a librarian at the elementary school I went to. It was called Busy Town. Busy Town. I'm surprised you weren't just on that Oregon Trail kick. I think my sister had this game. My little sister had this game and played it. Oh, and just in case you're wondering which image unlocked that one. The pig in the pickle. I swear my little sister had this game. What the fuck? The fuck is northeast? And that's another thing. You don't give me a fucking compass. How the fuck do I know what to do? If you give me open world, give me a fucking mini map. Something. I need to know where I'm going. It's there. I have so much. I have finite hours on this planet, and I do not want to waste them at all. It's ASCII. Wow. Another word I say fucked up, epitome. I said epitome until you guys were like, Katie, what are you saying? Epitome. 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 Readers. It's because Microsoft runs the world, Kona. As an Xbox preferer, I still empathize because there's a lot of places out there where the Xbox isn't preferred, and it's like I couldn't use a PlayStation controller if I wanted to. Yes, I said epitome for the same way for years. Thank fuck. I mean, let's be honest, Viata, you and I know how to read. That's phonetic. Epitome? Like, if I didn't know that's what the word was supposed to be, I'd think that person was special. Like that. What? I'm sorry. It's phonetic. Like, I definitely, like, readers. I mean, I didn't know that for years. I just thought I was stupid. But I don't remember. I ran across a post or something where it was like, there's a phenomenon where people that grew up reading a lot and not necessarily talking a lot, they'll pronounce words real funny because no one corrected them in their head. Hermione? Hermione. Hermione. Also, what kind of fucking name is Hermione? Hermione. Yeah. Readers. We're broken. If you don't give me a map compass and a mini map and you give me a direction, I will look at you. If you grew a second hand, same. And then I'll back out and go play a game that gives me a fucking map. You guys unlocked core memories of old games. It's great. I love it. Me too, Taco. It makes the game more fun for me. I'm very like, especially like a lot of open world games, they're very goal oriented, right? It's like, do this, and then you can do this, and then you can do this, and then you can do this, and literally, like, if I can't do the this to get to the this, I don't. What now? What now? Oh, Doom was the shit. Did you ever play Hexen? Hexen, I think, was where that was like the first PC games that I ever played on my own PC, like my PC that my parents had, was Rayman and Abe's Odyssey. Abe's Odyssey World or whatever. And you had to launch them in DOS. I remember that. But Hexen was the shit. Oh, that was the first game where I was like, oh my god, it's not childlike. What is this? Oh, no new. I don't think I have any new strains. The one I'm smoking today is Soul Cleanser. I haven't got new weed in a bit though. I don't think so. I got some really classic strains. Like I got some diesel strains and shit like that. You know, the classics. Cheers. It does sound like a skin infection. Epitome. Yeah, I know. Sad. I get told I'm being ASCII. I love ASCII people. I'm a very Y person. Honestly, have you ever been in a conversation with someone who literally asks exactly 0 questions? Don't you ever feel like maybe they're just not listening or not interested in any way, shape, or form in anything you have to say? Like if someone literally just goes, I kind of want an interaction of some kind, you know? Hold up. Drakus resubbed for 20 months. Thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings. Cocky with those 420 bits. Cheers, lover. I appreciate you. And thanks for the fucking hype train. The tit. Also, do not forget your Prime subs. Hydrate. I'm a dirty dog. Ha 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 ha. I've never seen How I Met Your Mother. Hermione. Yeah. Hermione. Yeah, it's Hermione. Hermione. Yeah, the name is so stupid. I pronounced it wrong forever until the movies, and I was like, Hermione? How does the witch with the fucking boring dentist muggle parents have the most fucked up name in the series? Make it make sense. It doesn't because J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit. I'm all tangled up. What up, BDO? So lost without you. Fatal. This Soul Cleanse actually is a really nice strain. It's got a shit ton of parent strains. This is by Green Dot. And they usually put the breakdown right here of the parents, but there's like 5. So the strain is Soul Cleanser, but the parent strains Kush Cleaner X Chem 4 BX3, Sour Apple, Pine Cleaner, and Haze. I don't think I've had any of those. I've had Kush. I've had Chem. Pine Cleaner. Haze? I mean, there's a ton of Haze strains. What does Haze mean? Ooh, I love White Widow. White Widows. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there's a strain around here it's called Cindy White, and I think it's the Cinderella strain with White Widow. Put together, it's a really good one. Words are hard and overrated. I agree. Oh, October. First games I played were Oregon Trail and Spy's Demise back in 3rd grade. That's amazing. I love that. I wish. Populous, the beginning. Was it an older one? I don't remember that one. Crispy, thank you for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking anus swings tier 2 for 45 fucking months.
I appreciate you. go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And thank you.
I heard the new Oregon show was good. So did I. I think actually I have it, I think. I don't know why. I have it somewhere. What a lovely day it is. Resub Day and Cocky33 and I are about to have the house to ourselves. Come on everything. Just jerk off on the toaster. Get it. Fucking get it. Hold on. You guys are ripping up my chat right now and I've got to catch up. What the fuck? That's my husband because I never shut up. I'm the type of person that doesn't ask many questions in a conversation. I just don't know what to talk about or say most of the time. I just enjoy being in the company of people, even if it means not talking. That's completely understandable and totally different, though. Like, sometimes, I mean, honestly, Nico, would you disagree if I said the people in your life that you can sit in complete silence with and not feel the need to interact with, but you still feel like you're hanging out? Like, are those not the people you need and you need to hold on to with, like, every ounce of your heart? Those are treasures. Those people are sacred and must be protected at all costs. Drakus, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the chat. You generous fuck. I appreciate you. Inhuman Militia Shiuku. KJ Jamel. Sky Thu is literally what I almost said. Why am I like this guy? I don't know. So many reasons. And Truth Eris, you're all about was just the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I fucking appreciate you being here. Thank you. And thank you, Drakus, you kind fuck. You know, I never played Carmen Sandiego. I never had it.
Shitter was full.
I think I saw the show or something. White Widow was my first cherry to have a short pipe. Cute. Oh, I love gelato. Glut just gifted us a sub to Dessert. Dessert 21, use a bubble was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And on a totally side note, we are doing a charity right now for a wonderful organization called Healing Steps Therapy. Exclamation charity in the chat or exclamation SHST to check out their website and whatever and pitch in if you'd like to help out. I appreciate you. Thank you for reminding me, JJ. Good morning, David. Wait, what's plugged in? Saving endangered turtles. Oh my god, that reminds me. Did you ever play the Miss Frizzle games? What was that? Magic School Bus? Crazy. I didn't have TV till I was in high school, so I'd never seen the Magic School Bus before, but I had one of the Magic School Bus PC games. It was like a learning game, and I remember you would like do puzzles and build like a diatome and shit. Oh, dude, that game was the shit. It might have absolutely attributed to my complete fear of Under the Ocean, though. Come on, everything. Not while it's plugged in. Oh, facts. Thank you. That's what you meant. Yep. Yeah, don't fluid on things that are plugged into a wall. Yes. Yep. 100% Nico. Those are sacred human beings. Oh no shit. Today I learned Hermione came from Greek mythology and is derived from Hermes. Oh, there you go. I didn't know. There was an Encyclopedia Britannica software I was obsessed with. Oh my god, me too. I remember that one too. Yep. Yeah, I heard Carmen Sandiego was good. I never had it. I didn't have any of those though. I don't think like by the time I had a computer, those were like, you know, not cool anymore or whatever. Not popular.
Hail Satan, motherfuckers.
Aftercare is also the bomb. Aftercare is necessary. Hesty, good morning, love. They took 11.99 pounds out of for my follow-up first, even though I canceled my sub to it. So I had money for my hospital appointment. Wait, you canceled your sub and they took can you write them and get your fucking money? You canceled your sub and they still charged you? You should be able to get your money, David. That's theft. Yeah, it took me a minute, Viana. Yeah. No, good, absolutely good advice. Do not fluid on things that are plugged in. I'll fluid on what I want. I mean, honestly, Barry, your country's so weird. Like, you barely have any outlets. Let's be honest. Like, what are you going to come on that's even plugged in? I don't think I've ever seen a plug-in in a British bathroom. It's crazy. Wild. Kind of makes sense, but also, what the fuck? Oh my god, we got the level 2. Is it cute? I like the new emotes. I like the new emotes. That one would go really well with ClassyKatie sus. What were the Jumpstart games? Because that sounds really familiar. I think my sister might have had them, and I, like, fucked around with them. Were they, like, kids games? Like, kinda learning games a little? I will laugh at you if you get a burnt Winky. Oh my god, can you imagine if it was one of those toasters that puts, like, the Death Star on your toast, and all you have is, like, the eye of the Death Star on the side of your cock? Don't fuck a toaster. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Was nearly as cool as Where in Time. I had World, now GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr? Hold on, Where in Time? I played a game really similar to Carmen Sandiego, and I can't remember what it was called. It might have been was that, like, a Carmen Sandiego game? No, that one doesn't look familiar. It, like, vaguely looks familiar, but, you know, like, most point and clicks back then kinda looked exactly the same. They all look kinda cartoonish, so I don't think I played that one. A branded penis! I hate it. Thank you for the hype train, you generous fucks. I appreciate you. I hung out on the computer at the library after school when my mom would finish up. We had all the good. We even had a Laserdisc player. Dude, you know, the way you probably felt hanging out in the library when your mom was finishing up work is the way I got to feel when I hung out at the hospital with my mom. Like, if for some reason there was no one to take care of us, we would go to the hospital and just, like, chill in the respiratory department, and I would get so dummy excited about the stupidest shit. Like, nothing that was actually cool, but, like, you know that paper that people used to actually print, like, computer science people would print their actual code on? Like, you had to print it. It was like the never-ending green graph paper, whatever. They had boxes of that, and, like, the fact that the paper was not only green and graph-like and connected, I could pull it out forever, just was like I was like, "Oh my god, drawing paper forever. What is this, heaven?" And, like, there were jars of pens everywhere, and I was like, "Oh my god, all the pens that were probably covered in diseases." Uh, but, like, an office to a child is like a treasure trove. That shit, I would find the dumbest things and get so excited. So excited. Oh, dude, I loved Goosebumps. Did you read the fucking, Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps, though? I never liked those. I liked the concept of them, but I felt like you were only getting half a book. Like, you know, you choose your own adventure, skip a good chunk of the book, and then it read the rest and finish it, and I'd be like, "But I paid for a full book. Why didn't I get that middle chunk?" I hated it. I liked Goosebumps books, but, like, did you watch the series? The Goosebumps series that was on, Disney? I watched it when I had COVID, so, like, I don't know if it was actually good, but I don't think I hated it. But I could have been delirious as fuck. Was it terrible? And it's class depending. Oh, I have 18 pounds receiving cover tax. Oh, fuck, David, that's so stupid. That sounds like the shit. I don't know if they do that all over the world, but in the US, banks can alter the order of events essentially in your bank account. So say you go out shopping on a Saturday when the banks are closed, so the transactions won't go through until Monday night or whatever. Say you buy a cheeseburger at one place, a coffee at one place, you get gas at one place, cigarettes at another place. Say you have like 5 tiny transactions and then one major transaction. They can alter the order of those events. So the major transaction goes through first, overdrafts your account, and then all those tiny little account or little charges will go through after that and hit you with an overdraft for 20 times for $1 charges. It's disgusting and totally, I think it's legal. It's so gross. But they can do that to us. It's so gross. That's not a pop-up ad. Imagine, though. See, Spur.
Hallelujah.
Oh, that's good.
Gluttony 1 of 7 tip $25.
Did it update? It did. I think it updated. Dude, Glut, thank you so much for participating in our charity for Healing Steps Therapy. I fucking appreciate you. To the ponies. It is, and that was through, so we do want that. Thank you for testing that. I completely forgot. I knew I literally, so you know how you can like look at your messages on Twitter or whatever, and you can kind of partially read them? I thought to myself, I should leave this unread until tomorrow morning, and then I'll read it in the morning and I'll remember to do this. I didn't. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. The third thing I got it from the dispo is a company called Cake. It's an indica whipped cream. Is it bud or is it actually whipped cream? Tractor tread. Oh my god. That made my vagina clench. Don't do that. It was cocky. All the highlighters, all the different pens, and no shit. I mean, if any of you are still analog people like myself, I don't like if I write. I have to. I write a lot. Like I write down everything I need to remember, notes for stuff. I don't type things to remember them. Like it just doesn't work for me. And I swear to God, the best pen in the world was this pen from a vendor that would come and try to sell ventilators or something to my mom's department. So those cups would have all these pens, and I fuck you not when I tell you the brand was Siemens. Semens. It's a legit brand. It's a respiratory. I think they don't make ventilators anymore, but they make some respiratory shit. Siemens. And I, as a child, just loved these. I mean, they were just the perfect feel in your hand. They had the perfect grip. I mean, they were a clicker. They were just perfect. They wrote perfect. And I would take those fucks to school. And it took a few months of being utterly just chastised for having pens that said semen on them before people just wanted to steal my pens because they were the best pens in the entire world. Ever. And I cannot find that style of pen for the life of me anymore. They just don't make a pen like that. S-I-E Siemens. Yes, Siemens. Yep. Siemens. Yeah, they do everything. There you go. Yeah. I've never seen a Siemens. It sounds fun to say Siemens all the time. I've never seen a Siemens branded ventilator, but I think they make parts that go inside, like servos and shit. I mean, they've been around forever, but yeah, they had the best pens. The best. I haven't had one for years, but they were the best fucking pens I'd ever used. My mom's office used to get the Pilot pens. I loved using those pens. I'd have her, yeah, send them to you. Yes, I loved doing them with them in high school. I still love my order a box last year. I cannot find these types of pens at all. Like these pens that my mom had, like even unbranded, obviously. I'm not like going to the Siemens website and trying to find their pens. I can't find them anymore. Oh, it's not legal. Trouble. Okay, so cool. So Trouble says, not cool, but you know what I mean. They also got sued and charged for reordering transactions. Totally not legal. Excellent. I mean, it's just, it was going on for so long. It felt like, what the fuck? Is this legal? They're very predatory. It's disgusting. I've been with a credit union for years now, but it's like bank light. Whipped cream. Oh, it's a vape pen. Oh. What you doing, Kirby? Ooh, I like that. I feel like I've seen that vape pen before. Just the cake, like the way it's written and everything looks super familiar. I might have to keep an eye out for that one. I still haven't like this is the newest one I have. I'd never tried this kind before. What is the brand? Oh, it's very misleading and very confusing. So you know how there's packs, like PAX? There's like the PAX Pro, the PAX Era, whatever. Those are like vapes with cartridges that you can take in and out and change out the cartridges. This is called PAX, but it's PACKS. I mean, the PAX Pro has been around for years. These are brand new. I don't know why they did this. The branding is so fucking confusing. But it tastes like the most obnoxious banana Laffy Taffy ever. It is like the most strong banana flavor ever. But they never run out for me. I just don't use them often enough, I think. I felt that hit in my eyeball. Weird. Semen is necessary for the creation of life. These are facts. I was thinking it looks. See the vapes that I have. Where's my little sewing kit? My Sally kit. I have these colors ones, but these are disposable. Like you can recharge them and everything, but they're totally disposable. I like them when they're a little chubbier though. These are so small, I tend to lose them. I have to like, literally keep them in my sewing kit because otherwise I lose it. A Siemens mobile phone. No shit. Okay, they really do everything then. Nope, it wasn't like that. So the pen, they were opaque white, and they usually had some sort of like rubber grip, where you grip them, and the grip had little divots all around it, and they were just a little chunkier. Like, I'm trying to think. Like they were a little bit chunkier than this pen, and they were kind of like rounded a little bit, and they were a clicker. They were the best. They were just the best. They just wrote so well. I think they were just like a ballpoint pen. I don't even know. Dog hair on my face, probably. Cake is everywhere. Okay, that probably makes sense. Siemens Old Finland's headquarters were close to where I lived as a child. No shit. Are they a Finnish brand? There's so much Finland in America, I'm learning. Honestly, David, it's a good idea. Like the batteries alone just filling landfills, that has to be crazy. Because I mean, it's kind of stupid if you think about it. If I could just take this off when it's done, this is a rechargeable, totally functional battery. It's not a dead battery. You can recharge it infinitely. I mean, not infinitely, but you know what I mean? But I can't, like, I couldn't put on another vape, so it's just done. It seems like such a garbage creator. Yep, GE. See, and I've seen GE. GE actually has GE branded ventilators. GE specializes in ventilators that we mostly used for like cardiac patients and shit like that because they have you can hook them up to ECMO and shit like that and monitor ECMO through the ventilator. And you can also, like, GE ventilators are like the workhorse of ventilators. They're incredible. Like, you can enter information into the GE ventilator like it's a computer kind of, as opposed to most ventilators are just feeding you information that you then chart into a computer. It's wild. GE is crazy, but they're very expensive, so they literally stay in the cardiac unit unless for some reason we've got a cardiac patient in some other unit. The mitochondria, though. Smooth and rough. What is the part of the cell? Wait, what's that part of the cell? Which part of the cell? I've never felt a cell. I don't even know if I really could. The pen, they were just I mean, they just felt so good in my hand. They were the perfect girth. Gauge? I don't know. Oh, they're a German brand. Oh, they did a lot of stuff with Nokia, though. Oh, actually, that sounds really familiar. Why did I know that? Really, there's lots of Finland where we live, many, many Finland flags. That's cool. Finland's such a tiny country. Like, just comparatively, it's cool that they have such a reach. The endoplasmic. Oh, the reticulum. Well, I guess, yeah, it's rough. The reticulum. I mean, you mean rough via, like, the look of it, right? How would we know what it felt like? I'm doing my best to ignore this because I don't think it's break time. I've got a creature. Me too, Bezbelly. I mean, I love to write, and if you're like me and you write a lot, it makes a huge difference when you have a pen that just writes really smoothly. It really makes a huge difference. There's nothing. Have you ever had to write with a pen where, like, it's almost like the ball or whatever isn't out far enough and it scratches? Like, you can feel it scratching. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking sensory overload thinking about it. It's like touching a microfiber cloth with dry hands. It's the worst. Oh my god, no. Or like ink that never dries. I cannot stand I don't know, is that gel pens or whatever? Pens that like you write with them and it's fucking just soaking wet and I drag my hand across it and it smears instantly. Why? Who the fuck what year is it? Are we calligraphying? Why is ink staying wet? It doesn't make any sense. A shitty pen on a hard surface. Oh god, seriously, it's like no. No. Actually, side note though, that pen I was fucking with, I got these on Amazon a while back and they were cheap. They're literally, I don't even know what the brand is. Rytech. Writech. I don't know. They're like some, off brand, whatever, Amazon. They actually are really nice. I like these. Hi, Dad. Oh, you're moist. Bub wanted a hug. That was a on camera shutdown. I saw that. Yes, get a hug, but oh, it's a good boy. He's such a good boy. Small, but still bigger than the UK. I mean, you're not wrong. I was gonna say it's not hard to do, but that just sounds mean. You're not wrong. Oh my god, David, that phone is precious. It's like an egg. We are. Look at it. He's just. I keep forgetting it's because I was an hour late. That's why. This is our normal break time. That's why. They do know time. It's so creepy. How? How? That internal whatever. Good morning, ghetto. Good morning, Missile. I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. I miss having a reason to use those candy cane pens that smell like peppermint. Kona, you're an adult. You don't need a reason to do anything. That's the beauty of being grown-ups. I have a giant pencil that's like this big around and it writes in rainbow. And I use it. And I'm not ashamed. It's fun. Life's too short for boring shit. One of the things I've like run into for years now is I'll be like, I've worn the same shoes forever because I can just never find shoes I like and I'm not into shopping. And every once in a while I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna try to find some cute shoes. And I'll be like looking at some whatever skater shoes and I'll be like, oh my god, cute. Children's. Oh, those ones look fun. Children's. Ooh, those are children's. Why are adults so beige? Why are we like, it's like we start getting old. We actually start losing color in our hair, our skin. Let's just also do it to everything we wear. What the fuck? It's so boring. I hate it. It's like in order to get fun colored shoes, you gotta fucking pay over $100 for a pair of tennis shoes, and I'm just not doing that. Gravel? Pen scratch ASMR, paper ASMR, cutting paper. I love that shit. Scrapbook ASMR. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Anyone else carry around a lighter in grade school and torch the end of the pen to get it to work again? The end of a pen? No, but I definitely carried around a lighter to get my eyeliner to work. Because back in the day, you had to cook your eyeliner to get it to work or lick it. I would burn myself on the pen too. That'd probably happen. Jade.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Every ass is a good ass. Amen. We lose our printed colors. We do in everything. I hate it. Oh, barely use pens. Okay, I get that. I write. I mean, I have to. I don't know what it is. I think honestly, I'm just like that last group of kids that didn't grow up with typing classes. So it was all writing. And for some, I mean, it's just the way my brain works. I do not retain information typing it. Like if someone told me something, I was like, oh, let me take a note, and I typed it, it does not stick. I will actually have to rely on that note. Versus if I write it down physically, I could lose that note, but I'll probably remember what I wrote down. Just because of the physicality of writing it down. I think that's just I don't have the capability of like the typing memory doesn't like this and this don't connect for some reason. I mean, Missile, you'll never not have a pen though. Oh my god, Bezabelli, that's amazing. That's incredible. I don't even know what I would do if kids came to my house. Kids would fuck my shit up. I got a lot of danger sauce around though, honestly. I smoke weed in a Pokemon onesie and pastel makeup when I'm alone. Life is too fun not to be colorful. I agree. I heard someone say something like that ages ago and I adopted it. It's life's too short to have boring hair. I love that. That's one of my favorites. Like seriously. No one like no like of all the humans I've ever watched pass on, i.e. die, and spoke to and spent extended amounts of time with, no one regrets anything they did. They only regret what they didn't do. That's it. 100%. That is just facts. So, like, I'm gonna have fun while I'm here. I'm 35 with, well, really grown out neon blue hair, but we're here for it, right? I'm just not brave enough to bleach my own hair. I smoke weed. That's amazing. I love that. Oh, David, do you have carpal tunnel or something? I have awful memory to begin with, but I'm the same. Gotta write it to keep it in there. It's why I don't use a digital calendar. Me neither. I can't. Nope. I will. I've tried, and I literally forget I even downloaded the app. Anywhere. Hi, Vex. How are you, love? My handwriting's terrible, but I'm writing it not for anybody else, just for me. So as long as I can read it. I still have a tub of purple dye for my hair. I've been scared to do it. Maybe this weekend. Oh my god, get it. Purple's so much fun. And purple honestly tends to fade really nice. No, Missile. I mean, honestly, like, what's the point in even pondering if you regret anything? You can't change it. That's the way I think of it. Like, if I get sad, if I, like, fall into a sad about something, I'm like, what the fuck's... I can do nothing about it. It's gone. Why even ponder it? It's whatever. I'm okay with who I am today, and all of that created this, so, like, whatever. I think she hears a siren. I thought she was gonna start howling. She's over there. "Boo, boo, boo, boo." Good morning, Seatown. I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. 53 with blue hair. Oh my god, I keep forgetting your hair is fucking blue now. I love that shade of blue. How's it holding up? Oh, Bezabelli. Fucking A. That's gonna be fun. Have you tried Posca paint pens? They're pretty fun. I am Void, here to snug. I walked into my bedroom this morning, and you guys know Zach sleeps in way later than I do. Even when I sleep in, and I like, usually in the morning I like crawl out of bed, put on whatever the fuck is there, hoodie and shorts or something, and go about my morning, go run, whatever, take the dogs out. And then I go into the bedroom to like find clothes to put on for the day, and it's pitch dark, and I'm like, scooting my feet so I don't step on a dog or something. And I'm faced towards my closet, and my bed with Zach in it is behind me, and I just hear this start, and it's pitch dark. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Trick was laying on all the pillows, but he's so...
Shitter was full!
Thank you, Chronicle, you generous fuck. He's so beautifully black that he absorbs all the no light, and I could not see him at all, and I stared at my bed just like this for like 30 seconds before my eyes would adjust and I realized it was his tail wagging and slapping a pillow. But I thought there was a ghost, or maybe that Zach's wiener was trying to wave hello or something for a good amount of time. It was just his tail. He could see me and I could not see him. It was just the cutest little on the pillow. I thought you were a ghost. You're not a ghost, huh, bud? You're just the sweetest boy. You're a good boy, Bubba. Void Kitty does the same, just hide. I mean, I don't even think they know they're hiding. They don't realize that their fucking camouflage is as strong as it is. Chronicle, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class. I haven't given any swings for 28 months. I fucking appreciate you. That's a really long time. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. You know what's up. No, he can't get enough of us, so that's fine. He's my clingy little buddy. He'll always be here. Like, even when you guys don't see him, he's probably either under my desk or directly behind me. He's always here, down for a good time, huh, bud? Yeah. He's just so sweet. Good morning, Reasonable. How are you, love? Posca? Oh, dude, right, Cocky? Posca. Posca. Do I have any on my desk? I do. I have never been a fan, I guess, of paint pens in the past. I've always found they like just stop working, clog up, stink to high heaven of chemicals or something, or they're acid. They have like some sort of caustic base that will dissolve paper, something. That. These are the shit. We got them like a while ago. We got them for Burning Man, actually, like bring it to Burning Man in case we needed to like fix a scratch on our bike or something. And I am addicted. They're incredible. And they come in all different points. Like this is the fine point. They have like a chisel point, thick point, whatever. But they're not they're not like, absorbently expensive. Absorbent, is that a word? They're not excessively priced. You're not going to be spending $12 on a fucking paint pen, which is nice. There are so like if you guys have ever used Copics, what the fuck? Robbery. But they're really nice. If you need you can buy them single or in a pack or whatever, but I've been very impressed with the Posca paint pens. They're the shit. Vex, right? My brain did not compute it. I mean, honestly, like normally what happens, because you guys, like my dogs are addicted to me and are never they're never not within like 3 feet's range of me. Normally they are at my heels all day, all morning, constantly. So like, I think my brain just assumed that they were out in the living room because I was out in the living room previously, and that there was no way one of them was just curled up in my bed alone in the dark. What a creepy fuck! What up, Rod? Good morning, love. Void Kitty loves to sleep on my hoodies, which are all mostly black or dark colors. Uh-huh. I run into that problem a lot. Yep. Ooh, on new meds. And you feel good? Good. I'm glad. Like a whole new cocktail kind of thing, or they just change up like doses? Missile, that's been my experience in the past. And that's what I'm saying. These Poscas are kind of like, obviously you have to have a need for them. Like, don't just go buy a paint pen. But I would be anti paint pens if I hadn't tried a Posca. And now I'm like, okay, these are all right. Actually, it was Footair, my girl Tare. She's the one that told me about them, and she's a phenomenal artist. I would take her advice on anything when it comes to traditional art or digital. I had a rechargeable glowing color for my Void Kitty. Oh, cute! Because we have a black. Oh, on the driveway, of course. That's where the cat. The stray cat that has adopted us, I guess, Willard. He loves to just sprawl out in the middle of my driveway, but he's a tabby and my driveway is like white cement, so it's not too bad. We haven't had an issue there yet. But he loves to do that, yeah. Oh my god, seriously? These are the shit. It sounded like you were saying Pasca, which means shit in Finnish. Oh my god, we've all learned how to say shit in Finnish today. Pasca? I'm gonna go take a Pasca. That's hilarious. Pasca, right? It's not Pasca, right? No, it's Pasca. That's so dumb. Katie. Exorbitantly. Exorbitantly, not because it's exorbitant. Why am I saying exorbitantly? It sounds weird both ways now, but I believe you over me. I'm broken. Someone donated them to the after school program I was working at, and the kids destroyed them. And every table we have, oh my, these? Someone donated these? Wow, nice. Growing up with dogs, I know that thump well. Where they're laying down, feeling too lazy to move, but acknowledge you with a wagging tail. We had like farm dogs that were outside all the time, so I'm still like, it's still weird to me to. These are my first, other than Link, my very first like big dogs that I've had as indoor dogs. But when I was a kid, I had a cute. I mean, he was a monster. He was, according to my dad, a golden lab. Like he had some golden retriever in him, but he just looked like a kind of darker colored lab. But he was huge, and his tail was so fucking thick that it would bruise you. Like if he just stood next to you for too long and it never stopped wagging, you'd get a bruise on your leg. It was crazy, but no shit. He was the dog I did 4-H with because, yeah, believe it or not, 4-H kid. I did 4-H with him, and he was not a purebred. He was old. He was overweight, peed on everything, humped everything, but I still took home 4th place out of a lot of other people that had really pretty dogs because, and I quote, Tanner is the happiest dog I have ever seen in the ring. That's what the judge said. My boy Tanner, because he just quit. Like, think of a lab, that dumb happy face and the tail. Unless he was sleeping, just the fucking orc teeth and the tail, 24/7. And we won, and my mom still has that ribbon. I felt real good about it. Tanner was a fucking winner. Oh, to help enhance your other stuff? Nice. I hope it keeps working for you. That's true, Viata. Pasca, how do I say that, Gore? Pasca Jarvie? No, I know that can't be how you would pronounce it, right? That's how a dumb American would, but we don't have that. Is that an umlaut? Is that the dots? They are the actual shit, but they're not like shit. I knew there was a fucking resub. Thank you so much for resub the class, keeping the classy 11, giving any swings. I fucking appreciate you. That's a really long time. Don't forget your prime subs. Words are fucking hard. They are fucking hard and overrated. We aren't here writing a thesis paper. I remember in junior high, I was shaking my red pen to make it work again. It exploded all over the boy next to me in his brand new white shirt. I was horrified. He told me it was fine. It wasn't. I don't mean to laugh, but that's great. That's like a movie. That's amazing. I don't think I ever had a pen explode on me that way, but at the hospital, many times you would have pens just in your pockets, and then someone would point at you and giggle, and there was just like this blossoming fucking black stain growing across your scrubs. Because some pen exploded for some fucking reason. That happened a lot. Oh, my friend has a tiny dog. She's part Jack Russell, jumped all over me, had huge bruises. Oh yeah, Millie used to leave little bruises on me from her tiny paws all the time. These little like thumbprint bruises. Oh yeah. Little feet. Thank you, C-Town. It's very nice. It's like one of my few like not hoodie sweaters that's actually made of like real. What is it? Wool? It's like real fiber, so it's actually warm and it's fuck cold today. Shit Lake? Oh my god. Is that like Dagobah? Dagobah? Would that be equivalent to like Dagobah shit? It is teen comedy shit, yeah. Oh, chewing a pen and it explodes absolutely happened to me. I didn't go like I've seen people where they don't realize the pen exploded in their mouth though until someone else says something. Like you can taste it the moment it explodes in your mouth. I never had like all over my like what the fuck? I think they're sucking the ink out. I think they like it. Seriously, I've never seen that show. I couldn't, I tried to watch How I Met Your Mother. I could not get into it. I mean, Best Billy Hard, same. I feel like we're similar in that we are like the eye of like a storm, just waiting for like the cow or the shed or a bench to hit us in the face. Like we're just going about our day, just trying to be human. And we're like, huh, that's a funny. Was that a fucking cow? You know? Same. You just kind of get used to it. You got to ride I'm sure you know this. We just ride the wave at a certain point. Fighting the chaos makes everything worse. Just ride it. You got to become the cow. No pocket protectors? God, can you imagine? Actually, a lot of doctors have pocket protectors in their jackets because they don't own their jackets. They belong to the hospital. My work is a vending machine with office supplies. Oh my God. C-Town, I didn't know that I needed that as a porn category, but now I need that. Like, I'm not a free office supply vending machine. I want it. That's a sick wet dream of mine now. You unlocked things inside of me. I can't even with that. Oh my heart's beating a little quickly. Dude, it's their little feet, Rod. Same. These guys, like, their feet, like, bat me in the face, and she'll get me with her little claws once in a while. But no, they've got those big fucking pad feet that don't hurt in any way, shape, or form. They're heavy, but it's those little needle feet. Oh my God. Queens, how are you, love? Me too. Office supplies, like, I love office supplies. It's just, I can't go to home to like the Office Depot or like, Staples. I shouldn't. I should stay away. Writing utensils are an issue. I don't even want to show you the amount of writing utensils I have to the right of me, just like cups and cups and cups and cups, cups and cups and cups. And I get real excited when I'm like, ooh, I need to write something. Which one is it today? And I'll grab 3 and write with all 3 of them. I'm a sick person. So, and then I have bins of them up there that I don't use as often. It's sick. That being said, I haven't really bought a lot of them. Most of them are gifts because people know I like to do art stuff, so I get a lot of shit for gifts, which is cool. I'll never say no to that. I've never been into calligraphy, but I think it's because I'm a lefty. Like, I just can't do it. I feel like in order for me to do calligraphy, I'd need one of those weird, and I say weird because I just don't know what they're called, but it's like, if this was the pen, it's like, it's just a blunt piece of wood, and then the pen actually comes off like in a weird L or something, or sometimes it comes off like this, so you're actually kind of writing at an angle. I've seen them before, but no, regular calligraphy never works for me, unless it's like insanely fast drying ink or something. Not really. Thank you, Queen. Appreciate you. Didn't like the last season. I actually heard that from all my friends that were fans of the show. They didn't like the last season. You got the C color off. Oh my God, Dread, it's been that long already? Holy shit. I'm retired, but I need that vending machine. Dude, I work from home and write nothing for anyone but myself, and I need that vending machine. I do embossing. I've never really been into stamps, though. I have some, but I mostly have stamps that are like big stamps to like do a full off fucking background on something. You know? I don't know. They've never really got me. Most stamps, I feel like I can just draw it. Like, buy a rubber stamp and the ink, and then have to worry about the ink drying out, or just draw it. I don't know. I'm lazy. Yeah, but I've seen those special calligraphy pens that look really cool. I just don't. It doesn't work for my hands, and that sucks. We smear everything. I can't believe it's been 2 months, Dread. I know I say that too often, but like, time. Who is she? You know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm glad you got it off, though. Holy shit. Sales! Thank you so much for sounding the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I fucking love you and appreciate you. Thank you for the drive-by resub this morning. No shit, I managed calligraphy class. My teacher was frustrated trying to figure out how to teach me how to hold it properly because she couldn't show me. I don't have the hook with my hand, though, so oh. How do you write? I have never heard it described as the hook, but, like, it's a hook. Whoa. How do you write? I've never seen anyone not write, you know, your arm. Like, basically, the way I have to write is I turn everything sideways on my desk. 'Cause I don't know if any of you do that. Like, I cannot function if my paper is like this on the desk. It's gotta be like this. And I'm like, I lay across my desk completely sideways and drag my fucking hand across it. It's terrible. I feel like you write like my sister. Weird. That's interesting. That angle, you know the angle, like, you basically have to lay on your desk. Yeah. I'm fucked up, though. I'm actually, like, ambidextrous. I can do both. Because I went to Catholic school as a kid, and they didn't even question, like, there wasn't, like, let's see what hand works better for you. The way they taught us how to, like, not, like, the way they taught us how to write, but, when we all were taught how to write as children and you're doing, like, the tracing letters or whatever, they combined it with the lesson of posture. So what they would do is they'd have you put your hand under your ass behind you, like sit on your hand, and you physically cannot hunch if you do that. And then you have to write. So when I finally got to have control over how I wrote, I like straight up lay down on my desk. Ooh, Queens. Dude, does it feel wonderful though? Oh my god, Vex. Braid it. Braid it. Long braided hair is beautiful. Oh, dude. How does your neck feel? Is it like, does it feel like weak or like you can't hold your head up? I have not measured my hair, but it's getting too long. It's at annoying long stage. I know that. I only eat and write with my left hand. I'm very much, it's across the board. Which hand I pick, and it's totally random. Like most sports, golfing, softball, bowling, left-handed. I eat right-handed most of the time, I think. I don't know. It's really weird. It's totally random, but I've noticed it. Like, I definitely favor a hand for certain activities. I don't know why. This is a really good song. Sorry. What up, Revolticon? How are you, love? Everything's tilted. You have to. I can't write on. I don't know. I don't like how. If I literally, I immediately adjust my body. I was trying to think like if I had to write like this, I would do this. I don't know. I would have to. I don't know. I can't. I don't know how people do it. Some people have great posture and can write like that. I cannot. Neck seems fine. I was warned it should feel tired at times. Haven't felt it yet. Just make sure to relax. Like, if you can, I don't know what, like, level of injury you're at right now, Dread, but if you know child's pose from yoga, I think everybody knows, you literally, you know child's pose, right? There is a science to it. It is the single position that you can put your body in that takes absolutely the most weight off of your back possible, like, more so than literally laying down in a bed. And it takes all of the weight off your spine and allows your head to kinda, like, stretch a little bit in the back. You might wanna, like, if you feel it getting tired, just, like, if you can, get down and do it. Child's pose is literally, like, get on your knees and put your hands front and just lay your head down. You know what I'm saying? It's like pouting pose. It's nothing it's like rest pose, but it totally That's the reason why child's pose is interspersed a lot throughout yoga. If you've ever watched people do yoga, or if you do yoga, you'll do child's pose between a lot of positions because it relaxes your entire spine, takes all the body weight off the spine. It's really like sometimes when I'm just having a bad day, like I'm feeling a little stressed and a little tense, I just fucking go into child's pose on the ground with my and just lay there and I can feel it. Like my muscles just start to melt a little bit. Feels so much lighter. Hell yeah. I'm naturally left to be what was corrected in kindergarten because my teacher was a trad cath. Yep. That's basically why I think I'm fucked up and I use both hands for random things. But I wasn't, I mean, I didn't know I was a lefty as a kid. They were just like, okay, this is how you write. Sit on your hands so you're sitting up properly. It was Catholic school though, so you know. Yeah, child's pose is also really, really good if you're gassy. My dad does that. Child's pose is great. I do it too to stretch my upper back and like my shoulders. Like I'm constantly trying to remind myself like shoulders back because I do this, especially in the winter when I'm cold. I start to like crunkle down, do this, and I swear to God, everything pops. And it's nothing. It's literally like laying on the ground, but it feels so good. Ooh, Revolticon, let me grab. Oh, oh God. Don't be a tit fart. It is Vex. Cheers, bitch. Ooh, which song was it? Oh my God, do you want to see her? Jade. Glut turned me on to this woman. Not only is her voice beautiful, she's a goddess. Like, hold on. I Shazammed that last song because it was so pretty. I'm like, bitch, that's a live woman and she's incredible. Please let me share her with you. Yeah, I know that channel. Um, I'll give you guys the link to it. The channel's literally called Colors, but I've found I mean, another Glut gave me this channel. I found so many wonderful artists on here, just like really kind of bluesy, jazzy, chill, beautiful voices though, like stunning voices. Copain. Here's the link to it. Credit where credit due. They're very talented. Much yes. Do like. What? That's a good vibe for the day. This is basically how I started my day listening to that podcast this morning. Just about like, you know, old rap, old good rap. Save, motherfucker, save. Okay, I loaded a bowl, but I have to pee so bad. I'm uncomfortable. So break time. Um, see Belle sprawled out in front of my tarantula sign. I loved the 90s. The weirdness of the 90s was great. Even the music was weird. I smell sex and candy. What? I prefer to throw frisbees and discs left shoulder forward, left-handed, but literally throw everything else right-handed. What the fuck? That is weird. I did do everything like right-handed until I broke my right arm when I was like in 4th grade, I think, and then was forced to do things left-handed. And I was like, oh my God, why am I better at everything suddenly? I remember I had a broken arm and like we were going bowling or something, and I was so heartbroken because I love bowling and I had a cast on my arm. And my mom was like, you'll just have to adjust, learn how to do left-handed bowling, or you can push it, you know, two-handed, do whatever you need to do. And I was so, like, I was decent, you know, like scoring over 100 or something, which is breaking 100 is still a miracle for me. Please don't get me wrong. I enjoy bowling and am no way good at it. But my parents, like, had a moment like, let's try doing other things left-handed, like snowboarding and batting. And I was just insanely stronger on that side of my body. That's my, like, dominant eye, you know? You can do that test. It's like, if you close one eye, isn't it? Okay, what do you do? It's like if the object moves when you, whatever eye the object moves back and forth, that's your non-dominant eye, or which one, what is that? There's a little, like, weird test you can do to figure out what your dominant eye is. Like, which eye you would shoot with, or whatever. And mine is hard, my left. It's weird. Agreed, Revoltcon, yeah. I mean, it's so sad because I feel like for consumers, it was the golden era. For artists, it was hell. I mean, I'm sure you know, like, we've all heard about, like, the boy bands and shit and how they made, like, $10. Like, TLC was in existential, like, they were borderline homeless when they were making, like, scrubs and shit. Like, it was crazy what these music industry did to these people. Okay, I gotta take a break. I'm gonna fucking piss my pants. Quick break, everybody. Stand up. I got your link, Vex. Thank you. Stand up. Wait, Luna, I almost missed yours. Hold on. No, no. No, 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 no. Okay, I got them. Okay, now break, because I gotta pee really bad. Stand up, stretch your legs, all those things. I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Load a bowl. Snowblind. Whoa. Pupils, come back. Jesus. It is bright. Brr. This sweater is freakishly warm. If you're it's like the crossing arms thing. Yes. You know, when I when I learned how to snowboard, um I didn't know how to ski or anything. I was just one of those shitheads who grew up wanting to snowboard because that was cool. And my parents paid for me to have a lesson because they didn't know how to snowboard. They only knew how to ski and they didn't want me to die. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I appreciate that. I still crashed a lot and destroyed my body, but it's whatever. Snowboarding is stupid. It's just falling down. But they paid for me to have a lesson, and the way that why is this not sitting on my ear? Sit on my ear, you bastard. The way that they discover, like, what foot should go forward, like, I don't know if they do this to everybody, but they were like, what handedness are you? And at this age, I was like middle school or something at that age, and I was like, I don't, honestly, yes. I don't know. And I had skateboarded, and I told them I went left foot forward, skateboarded, and they literally were like, all right, stand here, face off the hill. They stood behind me and just shoved me down. Literally just like, pop, and they watched what foot went forward first. Like, what foot instinctively went forward to catch myself. And it was my left foot. That's how they just, that's how they decided. They called it, like, funky, weird, what is it? Goofy? I think it's called goofy if you're left-footed or something. You go left foot forward. Goofy. Yeah, it's been I haven't snowboarded in many, many, many years because holy shit, it's expensive to go up a hill these days. My God. A day pass is like $300 in Colorado for a day of falling down a hill on your ass. Suck my butt. I'm good. I'm good. I'll skip. Goofy. You're goofy footed too? Yeah. Did they do the same to you? Did they just push you down? Rude. As Rocky said, life is about whether or not you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. It's true. It's true. And honestly, that's a really good point, Vex. That goes to show how fun snowboarding is because for all the falling you do and all the crashing off, like, you still get up and keep going because it's fun. Like, I never quit. I get to the bottom of the hill, get right the fuck back on a lift, go to the top. Spend the day climbing. I mean, I definitely climbed a lot. Snowboard climbing is different. I didn't have the type of board I had was the bindings that, like, it wasn't a stomp board. I don't know. It's been so long. I can't remember. But there's those boards where you just stomp into your bindings. And then there's the board where you got to crank your bindings on. That's the kind of bindings I had. So I would get one foot out to, like, be on a lift or whatever. But to get both feet out and actually, like, do a physical climb was such a pain in the dick in powder that you would just keep your board on one foot and do this horrible, like, dead leg drag up a hill through snow. Anybody else identify? It was so bad. It was terrible. I'm surprised I didn't yank my hip out. I've never skied. I wish I would have learned how to ski because honestly, like, not just, I mean, there's so much more you can do when you can ski. Like, snowboards, you have no way of propelling yourself if suddenly you're on flat terrain for too long. You just got to get a foot out and start walking or do the dead leg crawl or, like, try to skate your snowboard or whatever. It's a pain in the dick. And, like, there's no ski hill in the world designed for snowboarders at all. So, like, if you go up one lift and you want to, like, transfer over to a different pass, like a different trail, you got to go in these, like, narrow ass fucking horizontal trails that, like, you just and indefinitely you're gonna slow down so much you have to get a foot out and start skating down this thing. And there's gonna be skiers behind you that are pissed that you're going so slow because you're inevitably the fucking snowboarder in this tiny trail not meant for snowboarders. I just felt like an inconvenience all over the hill all the time. It was super fun though. Like I loved it. I would go do it again. There's nothing like flying down powder. It's like flying. There's no other feeling. I can't equate it to anything other than truly flying. You just feel fucking weightless. Yes. That little snowboarder girl, oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Like I'm so proud of me. Dad, I'm so proud of me right now. My heart. Lift the safety bar. We didn't even have safety bars. We had no safety bars. It was actually like not a common occurrence, but it was common enough that we had a name for it when people fell out of the lift. What was it? A ski sail? Something like that. It was like ski sail because all of your equipment would inevitably just fly off of you because you'd crash into a pile of snow. It was terrible. There were no fucking safety. Oh yeah, no safety bars at all. Oh, it was terrible. And like I said, the whole snowboard thing, like I had a binding where you had to like crank your shoe into it. So I'd leave one foot in all the time. So like I just had this board like awkwardly hanging off of my twisted ankle the whole time and it was heavy and if a gust of wind came and caught that board, oh my god. You'd just be like, this is it. This is fucking it. I never fell off though. We have tons too, Viata, but Colorado is like the land of expensive skiing, I guess. But even everywhere else I've lived, I just grew up spoiled, I guess. It was just so cheap. Like a year pass was like around $500 to go up unlimited all year long at the hill I grew up near in Eastern Washington. It was just so stupid cheap. It was very feasible to go. And like I just can't. $300 for one day. Suck my butt. I love you. You know what I'm saying? We can sit around all day and pick a favorite, but no one's picking a favorite. Just yes. That's just a yes. Sorry, I drooled everywhere, but that's what I do with pretty. I have your guys' links. I'm just moving them over. Fuck me. Oh my god, the cute little cartoon. Dude. Who dropped ICP? I used to be a huge ICP fan. No hate at all. Just crazy callback. Like, let's go all the way, all the way. Weird. I haven't heard that song in many millennial thing that when TikTokers or YouTube shorters or these young people like use a tiny chunk of a song from your childhood and they never play the full song and your body's just like finish it. It's like when someone goes I'm sorry, I have to. But I had to see who else feels the pain because I can't. Ah! Siberiana's done it a couple times, and I will continue singing the song even though I don't have a voice for it because I can't. I have to. I can't. Why do you do this to us? Why? Don't stop it. I already had to deal with MTV for too many years. Don't be MTV. No, that's why MTV went bad because we all stopped watching it because they only played 2 seconds of the middle of a song. How dare you? I'm sorry. But I get it. I empathize. You knew I would finish it. I would never leave you like that. I couldn't leave myself like that. What up, stream? How are you? I would never leave it. I wouldn't do that to you. I couldn't do that to you. CK, have you seen the 7-2 guy cosplaying as Kratos? No, but I feel like you have to show it to me now. Oh my god, Sloth, you're not wrong, though. Edging from, oh my god, music bluebells even. Yes! Like, oh my god, when the radio would just play the intro in the background and the song doesn't play. Like, it'd be the announcer literally finishing up like, and now we're gonna have a solid 15 minutes ad-free portion of awesome music that you've come here to listen. And be playing some amazing song in the background of that stupid fucking announcer, and then all of a sudden it'd be like, sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away. And we're all like, did I just have a stroke in traffic? What day is it? Fuck that. Why? What is happening? Why? I gotta see this. Hold on. Dude, this, I have chat up on both computers, and the other one for some reason just keeps freezing. Oh my god, Glut. We have two. I have two of these. Hold on. Hold up. Let me do maintenance real quick. First off, I want to follow that. For anyone wondering, this beautiful creature here, at Nicole Coenin. Oh. Let's just give you a link, because what a name they have. Credit where credit's due. I refuse to emulate Sniper Wolf in any way, shape, or form. What a bitch. We watched that one, and that one. Okay. I just didn't, I've got a lot of links and I did not want to fuck us. I don't want to lose them. Here's that one. Okay, I got this one.
Shitter was full!
Yeah, I got this one. Shitter was full! Jade, thank you for, oh, Taco! Taco, thank you for gifting a sub to Jade. Jade, use the boat was the highest order to go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you, Taco, you generous fuck. One of my pet peeves is when the DJ talks over the intro or the end. Oh, yep. And they talk over the intro, not even to give you the title of the fucking song or the artist. That's the censure. They talk over it just to talk about what the fuck's gonna come on next or what they're gonna talk about. And I'm sitting here like, can I just have what's happening? Can I just have what's happening? Like, you have to stop. Like, that you used to be able to put a tape in a radio and like press record when the song played, and you could press the record button again when the song ended, and you didn't have a fucking announcer anywhere in that song. Because it's just a tribute. You know what I'm saying? It was great. It was a great time to be alive. Okay, hold up. I got this one. Okay. Let's do the Cradle Link video. Hold on, let me move it over. So my theory is that we don't, so you know how like, I think everybody goes through a kind of gangly stage, you know, everybody's mostly grows bigger than they are when they're born. And most of us go through some sort of like growth spurt or stage or get taller. And you know, you kind of have to get used to like your new wingspan and like where your hips end and shit. But like there's a cutoff. I don't know what it is, but at that cutoff of height, we no longer adjust. Because I still daily slam body parts into a house I've lived in for 4 years now, and body parts I've had for 35, and I'm like, how have I not learned where I begin and end yet? You know? I think there's like a line where human bodies no longer understand that you've just gone beyond the height we should have been or something. Because I have zero, I mean, I wouldn't call myself clumsy. Like I'm not falling over constantly. I don't drop things, but I trip on myself or nothing all the time. I catch myself though. I'm limber. I'm constantly just like elbow into a wall, shoulder into a wall, hip into something. I don't know. I haven't quite figured out like where I begin and end. I don't know if I ever will, you know? It's don't know. Shoulder check. I know. What do you mean? I'm doing great. I don't think you heard that, but my sternum popped and it came out my mouth. Like, just right out my mouth. That was great. Okay, this is apparently a solid, that's mass. Like, I sink in a pool. He probably dies in pools. Like, I don't know. Can he swim? Muscle weighs so much more than fat, so it can be deceptive. Like, people can look a lot smaller than they actually weigh because muscle, like, what is it? Like this much muscle. If this was 3 pounds of muscle, this would be 3 pounds of fat. Like, that's the comparison. They weigh the same, but the size difference is crazy. Bull load, sorry. If I remember right, humans have gotten taller over time. Doesn't help. We absolutely have. Absolutely have. Oh man, when I went to the Hoover Dam, it was actually really hard to walk around. I went on like a tour, we got a guided tour throughout the tunnels of the dam. The tunnels are built for people who are on average around 5'4", 5'6". So the tunnels themselves are only 5'8". So if you're taller than 5'8", you're gonna walk like this or like this, and they're round. The tunnels are all rounded. So like, the tallest point is never gonna work. Like, it was hilarious. It was pretty fucking funny, honestly. But yeah, it's because that was the average height. It was uncomfortable, to say the least, walking, but it was cool. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool historically speaking, because like people were just in general a lot smaller. I just steadily grew tall until I was like 18. I don't remember having a spurt. It's weird. Like, I was tall. Like, I think I hit 6 foot by the time I was in 5th grade. I was like that one tall kid in the back row of the school picture until I was a senior in high school. No shit. And then one boy grew taller than me. But I don't remember it. I definitely had growing pains. I remember like not being able to sleep because my whole body was just like pulsating with growing pains. But I don't remember a spurt or anything. Cheers. Wait, Comcast fucks you, but you can see chat? Dude, not only does he take probably huge poops, imagine how often he shits. Like, just to maintain that size of a body of muscle to like, so it doesn't disintegrate. How many, I mean, it's like rock level calories, right? Yeah. And the frequency and shit of eating, I can't even fathom. I struggle to maintain a very weak 6-foot body. Like, the amount of fucking calories this dude probably puts in. Oh god, yeah. I'm guessing he's up in the 5,000 calorie range. That would be my guess, and that's simply going off of that's what Michael Phelps had to eat around that every day just to swim as much as he was swimming during the Olympics. Is it more? Because he's maintaining such a massive muscle mass. I would assume almost more, right? I don't know. You never had the huge spurt. I just grew, most I grew was 4 inches in a year. I think same. I think I was always big. Like, I didn't go, and I'm sure you were probably similar. Like, you probably were always like the tall, big baby, big child. I was never normal or average. So they knew I was going to be tall, and I think I just steadily grew, like, continuously for quite some time. My bong is smoking itself. Stop. Happy Faded Friday, Young. I hope you're doing good, Honeybean. I know I read it. I read an article or something that had pictures of everything he ate in a day because of the calories he burned swimming as much as he did. It was fucking impressive. I mean, how? Like, the sheer uncomfortable state of being that full on so much food, I cannot fathom. And then swimming. I was very incorrect. Vex has just stated, Phelps ate 10K. I honestly, I was just, this was an article I read when he was in the Olympics, which was how many years ago? So I could have been totally wrong. That I would believe it. I mean, and he's not even that, I mean, he's got one, I mean, he's obviously he was at least, I don't know what he's doing anymore, but he was extremely fit and had muscle and shit. But like, That muscle is very different. Like, he needed endurance, energy kind of muscle. This is like protein sustaining, like, fucking muscle, right? Whoa, BDO, I was eating 4 to 5K a day when I was playing football, so it's got to be more. Because he's how much taller than you? 4 inches, 5 inches? Damn, I couldn't. I would die. You were 10 pounds. I was 8 pounds 9 ounces, which I think is average-ish. When you were 16, you started growing. Man, I was already huge. Like, I was the butt of the joke by the time I was 13. 7. Oh, yeah, he's 7'2". Jesus Christ. That is a tall bitch. That's a tall... Oh, my God. I just Googled Ezekiel and then the Kratos makeup to just, like, flex on myself. Because I've never been more proud. Like, that was one of my best transformations. But, like, the fucking thumbnail for his YouTube... Scott, god damn it. What the fuck? Scott Athena, we need to have words. So fucking Zach looks great. I look like maybe I've been touched by someone that's standing behind me who didn't know I didn't know they were there. Oh my god, Jade, were you preemie? Oh my god, you were so tiny. Same, October, hard same. Yep, I was that's how big I was too. I was always just crazy taller than everyone else in the class. Katie just farted in that pic and Zeke's waiting to, oh my god. Can I just tell you, the night before last night, Zach farted, and it smelled so bad, it woke me up out of a dead REM sleep. He was also asleep. I think he's rotting on the inside. The smell stung me awake. Like 4 in the fucking... Literally, I was like, did one of my dogs just have one of those pizzazzes like in the movies? No. Because when I awoke, he farted again, and it was one of those slappy ones, like kind of shits, and I was like, "Ugh." And he's on the side with the fan, so the fan's just like feeding it to me and the dogs fruitfully. I know I can't really relate, but like, what the fuck is happening? Smelly Zeke, what are they feeding you? I've never seen Friends, but I know that song. I lost the videos you guys gave me. I pulled up too many Kratos. Hold on. I've got him here. It's just, I've got 2 ICP ones that are great songs. And then this one? I'm sorry. Oh, fuck me. No! I just closed one. I'm a mess. Hold on. No, no, no,
Do you like snow?
no! I'm fine. Having a good time. Did he die? Sometimes I wonder. It's honestly super infrequent. Like, speaking of smelly farts, I think farts are fucking hilarious. I had 3 older brothers who used to pin me down and try to fart in my mouth. If farts don't smell, they're funny. But if they smell so bad that they wake me up, we have to have a talk. Like, we're having salad for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, no. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. I know, I literally had a link bukkake going on up here, and I just didn't... We had a lot of links that we hadn't seen yet, not including... Didn't I do a good job? Fuck. Anyways. God, losing a little fur baby is the worst ever. There's a lot of things horrible in the world right now. It's hard to say, like, it's the worst ever, but man, it hurts. I'm so sorry. Cheers to the little fur baby going over the rainbow bridge. I hope they get all the catnip and all the snuggles or whatever the fuck they want, because cats are unpredictable. Belly scratches that turn into murder. I don't know. Cats are amazing. Cheers. JJ, I mean, there's a high chance someone will. A different one? I just don't have the lights on. This guy? He's like white gray. I think it's because he's got like a black body and then they put the white fur in it, so it's got that effect. But no, it's just I don't have the lights on it because it's so obnoxiously bright. I mean, I put like spider web and shit all over it. Like spider web lace, I should say. There's black spider web lace on top of the white shit, it's so bright. Yeah, it's just it's the lighting. Yeah. And then this poor guy, this guy's actually got a leg that's like half shredded and just metal, the black spider, because I actually had him outside for Halloween, like clung to my mailbox. And we get immense windstorms here, and the wind literally ripped him off my mailbox and down the street, and I had to go chase him, but one of his legs got a little janky. No, those are my same spooters. I wish I could just keep them on the tree. Because they get more fucked up every year because they're just wire, you know? And the wire I can feel it's like being overbent. You know what I mean? There's a dog hair on my face. Dog's doing okay from when we talked. On the bright side, I work with seniors, so I know some techniques. Good. I mean, honestly, that's just having techniques working with human beings is fucking valuable. A bit obstinate. I mean, if she's old, she deserves to be obstinate, right? Not fucking killing anyone else's party. And which is I very much stand by that. Like, do what you want to do as long as it's above board legal and you're not fucking ruining anyone else's good time. Fuck. Yeah, consensual violence, exactly. I mean, boxing, whatever, sex, whatever you're into. My parents took me to my first sci-fi convention when I was like 12. Really? Man, I didn't even know what a convention was until I was in college. I didn't even know they existed. Like video game conventions, I had no clue at all. Those were not real to me. Therapeutic murder, exactly. I mean, literally, like when I get in a mood, I usually sit down and play a video game, like Hades, and I get it the fuck out of my system. Okay, I don't know who gave us this one, but like, can we talk about the thumbs? That's what my bass teacher told me, anyways. When I took like bass lessons when I was because I wanted to learn guitar, but my fingers are all fucked. And so people that can't do guitar often do bass because you walk the bass, and it's really advantageous to have this weird double jointedness because you can seriously, you're walking the bass. And if you watch that person's fingers, they walk the bass, and it's precious, and it literally looks like little feet fingies. Little fingy feets, and the NASA shirt was just like, cherry on. I feel bad for the other person playing guitar because I'm sorry, you disappear. NASA bitch walking the bass is the center of this. In Rumpus Machine, the bassist is 11 years old, and she won Best Bassist in recent Battle of the Bands. Where do you go if you peak at the age of 11? That was great. I'm following them. Hold on. Tallulah. Is that their account? Is that like their, yeah, of like children, at least little children presented as little girls. We had that mullet that was it was a haircut designed to go in pigtails. Like it was never meant to go down. Like my hair was never down when I was a kid. It was always in pigtails, and you had those like chop bangs across. But it was definitely a mullet. It wasn't cute. Yes, Rod. Yes, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, he had a rat tail. Oh, that's precious. I never had a rat tail. I did the quintessential child thing of like trying to cut my own hair. This shit that I talk about all day, I still to this day I want to shave them off. But like cowlicks everywhere, these baby hairs. As a kid, as like a little like 4-year-old or 5-year-old or whatever, I thought like, oh, these annoying little hairs, I'll just cut them off. And so my mom, like I cut all this hair off right here, terrible. And my mom found me. So she had to bring bangs from like here forward. So I had these psychotically thick. I was Wednesday Addams as a child with bangs. That was it. I just looked so evil all the time because I had like a pound of hair in front of my face so that this could grow out again. It was a good time to be alive. Oh, I would guarantee Zach probably had a rat tail. I know he had a mullet. I've seen pictures of the mullet. It was very strong. Very, very strong mullet. But so did his dad. Like they all of his brothers and him all had like match. It was like match. Like they all went to a supercuts together and they're like, yeah, we want that one that goes a little longer in the back together. You know what I'm saying? My dad still has a mullet because he's not subconscious. He's self-conscious of his quote unquote big ears. He's 60 something. Dad, stop it. Get over your ears, bro. I don't think I had a bowl cut though. My brothers had bowl cuts for sure. They all had bowl. I mean, not like my mom did not put a bowl on top of their head and cut their hair, but they had the mushroom. And one of my brothers would bleach it, blonde, like piss blonde, and then fucking gel that shit to his head like a helmet. It was a literal helmet. Side note, fun family gossip I got from Christmas. One of my brothers is now a flat earther. So my gene pool just keeps proving to be strong. I know. That was my favorite. My mom gave me all sorts of other updates, and I was like, you can't just come out the gates with Corey believes the Earth's flat now. Like, I know. Oh, it's just if you can't laugh at it, what do you do? Not to scare any of you, but that's my brother with 6 children. The rest of us didn't breed. Ah! 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 I'm fine. Links. We need happy times. Give it. I'm moving shit. It's fine. Oh, ooh, all I saw was the title of this song, Robo. I didn't see that it was Hot Bitches playing it. Oh. Oh. Oh, I mean, yes. Very, very, I honestly, it's really sad. All jokes aside, my brother has always, always quintessentially been this human being who just needs people to adore him. He needed to be popular. He needed to be perfect. He needed to be loved, respected, whatever. And unfortunately, it's that personality type that you can fall into any fucking group of people that shows you admiration in any way, shape, or form. And it's happened to him a few times. This is the weirdest, probably. But it's just like, I don't know. I can't. Ugh. He's 4 years older than me, man. I'm the kid here. I don't know what to do. Yeah, very much. Always. And he's got, I don't know if it's real, the whole Napoleon thing, the short man syndrome, but he is infinitely shorter than the rest of us. Like, we're all 5'7" or taller. Like, my 2 oldest sisters are 5'7". Nick's like 5'9". Sarah's 5'10", 5'11". I'm 6 foot, etc. We just go up the stairs from there. Corey's like 5'4". Stayed real tiny and petite, but it's a hang up, and it just has made his whole life has been a struggle because he just keeps doing this shit. Not to mention, probably a lot of damage due to a lot of hard drugs. Probably. I really hope he gets better. But like don't smoke yourself. No, 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 no. I thought it would suggest the video that we were talking about, but I wonder if I can find it. Do you remember what it was called, Vex? Mm. Oh my god, they have the chair. Oh, do you want to see the? This is literally what my chairlifts looked like at my old. I know, me too. They've got so many cute videos. They were going on like a little ramp or something, right? I want to say. And I think she had a little tutu on because I'm going by the look of the thumbnail. Oh, wait. I found it. Did I find it? Nope. I'm gonna find it. It's worth it. Nope. Where's that little tutu, you adorable little shit? That's a weird thing to say out loud. Don't say that. You know what? Nope. Oh, wait. Did I get it? Wait. No. Man, I don't know. But here's... Fucking gets me every time. I know! I'm saving this. I'm gonna bookmark this. Hold on. Saving it forever because I don't want to have to search for that one again. It's so cute. Why is it I know? It's allergies or whatever. It's fine. I meant for my makeup to run. Imagine good parenting. I know. It's not just in the TV box. The one on top of the old TV box, you know. The one that works. It just hits me on such an emotional level because, man, like that child. I don't even know how old that little girl is, but she's already miles the fuck ahead of me in emotional maturity. Jesus Christ. Welcome. That was painfully awkward. That's fine. Not everyone's great in front of a camera. They were great. That was really good cover. It is. I mean, Led Zeppelin's great. I've always been a huge fan of. I mean, Led Zeppelin's fantastic. I like a lot of their music, but I haven't listened to like recent stuff by them. I don't think. Ooh, another for Sweet Child in Time. Fuck yeah. Hold on. Grapesies. We love a sexy sax. Don't fuck with moi. Okay, hold on. Is this a video? Just a little side note. If someone was to say, "Hey, Katie, do an impression of a white guy with dreads," it would be probably. So that was on point. But anyways, that was phenomenal. That was like really, really well done. His voice is incredible. I would not put my face 6 inches near those dreads for $1,000,000. That being said, the smell alone would probably kill me. Not a fan. But that was pretty great. I know they literally just showed the penis hands. It might just be that they didn't want to be on camera, though. Honestly, I get it. Welcome back, bitch. Yeah. Hi. What up, Barry? How was your time away? Was it glorious? Right, Queen. You know what's funny? So my sister and I, we grew up playing piano, and I don't know. I think it's from playing piano, but both of us have like really like flat finger pads. Like our fingers are flat. We don't have indents, but they're flat. Like I don't know, squishy, flat. And I don't know. I always wondered if that was from playing piano for years. Penis hands? What? It was shit. There was a meeting and the other guy was late. What a douche. Did you chastise him until he cried? That's really rude. To be late, I mean. Fuck that shit. We have finite hours on this earth, for fuck's sake. Hold on, we have this one. Okay, I'm gonna play the short, and then we're gonna take a break, because I gotta pee. I know, I say that a lot. I do, though. I drink all my water. But this guy's fucking great. Play me a song, Mr. Penis Hands. Does anybody remember that song, Dear Penis? You used to watch me shave, but now all you do is stare at the floor, dear penis. I don't think I like you anymore. Dear Rodney, I don't think I like you anymore. It was like back and forth between it was like a conversation between Rodney and his dick. It's from the Bob and Tom show. Rodney, there. Dear Rodney. Why do I know that? That was a core memory unlock just then. I haven't thought about that in a very long time. I don't know Willy Bum Bum, but I know Dear Rodney. Dear Rodney, I don't think I like you anymore. Poor Rod. I don't. What the? Okay. Out of context, just reading what Glut says. We cannot watch the video for Willy Bum Bum. What the? I'm sorry, but what? I have to be so mad. Rod, I'm not kidding you. I was gonna Google this song and play it on break as like a Rickroll for Rod, but I'm so happy you have it. Can we watch? We have to watch it after I pee because I gotta go pee really bad. Put it in my eyeball. Why? I couldn't see anything in it, but when I blink, I can feel it. Get out. Oh. Did I get it? Oh shit. Nope. Hate it. It's a constant battle. What's in my eye today? Nothing. Probably. I'm blind. Hi, Gaming and Tacos. How are you, love? Man, I haven't had good tacos in a long time. Oh, God. Oh, sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. I'm blinded. Probably a dog hair. I don't know. Bitch! Oh, I think I got it. I don't know. I hate that. Oh, no. Why? It's just a constant battle, man. My mailbox fell over, so I ordered tools to fix it, but Amazon said they had a problem delivering because of my mailbox. Is that a joke? Wow. That's I mean, it's funny, like, in a, like, you know, I accidentally bent my cord wrong. Yeah, the irony is not lost. That is, frustrating. That's man, oh, dude, I was trying to think something like that similar happened to me, and I was trying to think what was it? Like, something where the irony was just nauseating. It was when I had that little flip the newfangled, like, flippy dippy phones that they have these days, like what are they? They're called oh, who does? I already forgot who they are. The Galaxy, Z Flip, something, something, Z Flip, whatever. I had the little flip phone, but it's like a flat screen, touchscreen phone. And the crease in the middle went bad twice. So I do not suggest that phone. Do not get it. It's not worth your time. But when it went bad, oh, it was after Burning Man. That was it. So I obviously did not use my phone at Burning Man other than to take 1 or 2 pictures because there's no reception. There's no point in dragging a phone around. But Burning Man is a hellscape of dust. So that microscopic powder dust got in like like that crease where the plastic was coming or where the screen was coming up. And it made it so I mean, I don't know if it's like the alkali of the dust or just so much dust got in there, whatever. It made it so the whole screen wouldn't work. So I could still like call by like telling my phone what to do by like screaming at it, but I couldn't use the screen. So I called them to do the insurance on it. And the lady was like, I need you to take a picture of the damage of your phone screen with your phone. And I kept asking, what? How am I like, you understand where this cyclic conversation we're having, right? You need me to take a picture with my phone of my phone that is broken and not working so that what the fuck is happening here? I thought I was losing my goddamn mind. Like, I could have argued it, like, really to the point of breaking this person if I really wanted to, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get Zach's phone and do it and pretend that this was a real conversation we had, and it's totally reasonable to ask someone to take a picture of the screen of their phone with their phone. Like, did she expect to see the physical damage via a fucking screenshot? I couldn't, the phone was broken. I couldn't get to the camera. Like, that was why I was doing the insurance. I couldn't even, not only is it ridiculous to think I could take a picture of the front of my phone with my phone, but I couldn't use the phone, which is why I was trying to claim the insurance on it. You know what I'm saying? We went like this for a bit before I was like, you know what? We're not going to get anywhere with this. I'm just going to go. I'm going to pretend it's normal what we just did. And I think, if I remember correctly, I did tell her I did a screenshot and she totally accepted that like that was normal. And I had a good giggle to myself. Cheers. Happy 420. Yep. I agree 100%, Liz. That's exactly what I said. I want it to work. I really want a smaller phone. Like, this does not, there is no pocket in a female piece of clothing that this fits in. It's just a stupid computer I'm stuck with. I miss that small phone, but the technology just is not there. I had it twice, and I work from home. I leave my house maybe once a week. Like, my phone was never dropped. It is probably the most and it's still, just from opening and closing it, that the middle of the screen just started to peel up on 2 of them. And, like, I don't up to it. If I worked on a fucking, like, you guys know, I had to, oh God, this was way back when I was still working at Hopkins. I had a patient come in who was a drowning patient, and when we were doing CPR to them, they vomited copious amounts of, copious amounts of lake water came out of their lungs all over me, and it drowned my phone that was in my pocket. I will own up, like, I'm not going to call an insurance company and lie to them. I will own up, like, this is what happened. I just need a new phone. Like, we can't live without a phone in this society, for fuck's sake. This phone, there was nothing that could have happened to this fucking phone. I grabbed it. Hold on. Ma'am. Miss Ma'am. That's your father screaming down the hall and you fucking know it. I don't need your tood today. Miss Ma'am. Nope. Shut your fucking face. Lilith fucker. I'm just kidding. She likes when I sing. Because it was funny and I can. Fuck yes. Just don't look at the phone. You have another working phone. Exactly. It's just a bad design. Yeah, it's just not there, but I love the concept. Like, I do want my phone to fold in half and be gone. They have the fold as well that gets even bigger for people who have big fingers and big hands. It's just, I wouldn't suggest it yet. Yeah, same. I got my baby hands. I love the size, but yeah, I miss my OG Pink Razor. Same. Those things were indestructible. What happened to those? This is the song I was talking about earlier. Oh dear penis, I don't like you anymore. Yes, Ken, I grabbed it. Yeah, the Chris Stapleton. That one. Just making sure. Very Garth Brooks vibes. Yeah. This was just my favorite. Sorry, Rod. Sorry, not sorry. It's classic. Thank you for finding that, Robo. I appreciate you. I haven't heard that gem in probably over 20 years, honestly. But at least once a week, I will sing out loud, "Dear penis, I don't think I like you anymore." For no fucking reason other than that song. It's just it's a gem. It's an ancient gem. It's great. I miss same. I'm for as tall as I am, I think I might have small hands. I don't know, but like I can't reach across my phone. I like the smaller phones. Like same. My little Nintendo DS was my favorite thing ever. It fit perfectly in my hands. I don't know what this I don't have the hands of a monster, I guess. I don't know. I prefer the smaller phones too. I'm the same. Because I'm a one-hand phone person. Like I don't want to do this. Oh yeah, the Bum Bum. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Willy Bum Bum, I have no clue what any of it is. But we needed to make it clear because and this is like god damn it, I just closed that video. Fucking Katie. I got it back. Like myself included, guilty as motherfucking charged, no self-restraint whatsoever, and often very impulsive. So it was more of like a, hey, Katie might be saying Willy Bum Bum over and over, but please don't post the link. Please don't post the link. Please don't post that link. Stop it. No, stop. No, stop. Unplug the keyboard. Bitch, no! You know, I didn't know what it was, and it just sounds funny. So I kept saying Willy Bum Bum. Wait, is that the theremin? I just watched I like to watch people who disprove ghost hunters and shit because I don't like people who like to prey on other people's like sadness when they lose a loved one. I think that's disgusting. And I found out a lot of people who like claim to have haunted houses and shit use fucking theremins. I don't know if that's what this is. That's the only instrument I can think of. Theremin that you don't touch. Magic. Hold on. This was. I think this was the next one. Someone in chat was saying this earlier. Oh god, it was before the break. I can't remember who said it. But they were saying like, this is why I get annoyed when people say there's no good new music. I agree, and I think what people mean to say is they can't find it. And I kind of agree on that note with them. There's like the pro of the internet and us being very international and like there's no really like of any age you can go listen to Led Zeppelin or whatever, some really old fucking music and it's amazing. But nowadays because anybody can make music, anybody can put music out there. Like, I don't know how, if it wasn't for Faded Fridays and days where we just sit around and suggest music to each other, how I would ever find new music. Like, I swear to fuck, all the algorithms just feed me the same bullshit over and over and over and over again and just put me on repeat. I don't know. It drives me fucking crazy. I get real excited when I find new music, but honestly, without y'all, like, we wouldn't have the Northern Boys or Pete and Baz if it wasn't for the fact that we have some people who are from the British Isles, for lack of a better word, for all of them, Ireland, Scotland, England, etc., who know of these local bands and can share them with me. I wouldn't even fucking know who they exist, and I just think that's really cool. But I understand where people say, like, I can't find a new... They can't find it because all they've got that they know about is the radio, and the radio is just going to feed you fucking the same bullshit. I am subjected to the radio every time I have to drive Zach's truck, and I have yet to hear a new song, a song I don't know on the radio, in months. It's just sad. I think it's just hard to find. I don't know an answer for it, but there's definitely fucking good music out there. It's just like, and that with the genres being, you know, fuck all. Being so, I mean, if a genre has more than 3 words, it's not a genre anymore. If you have to say like EDM, dub, country, rap, step, baby food, mush, mumble, dick. It's not a genre anymore. I just don't. I'm not gonna Google that. Like, how do you find anything? So I get where they're coming from, but it's there. I disagree. There's tons of new. I mean, Electric Callboy. There we go. They've been releasing new music constantly the past year, and it's fucking amazing. Thank you, Kendo, for those biddies. I fucking appreciate you. And seriously, this is where I get all my new music too. I try. I like go on Spotify and I look at lists and stuff. But again, there's so much out there. It's daunting. I get it. I feel like I'm kind of drowning a little bit. New Mexico City sounds like the primary location in a post-apocalyptic anime. Oh my god, would they live in like the Mayan temples and behead people? Because I'd be sick. Yeah, so what I find is, and this is like, everybody do you, boo-boo. Like, I don't know anybody who's like, yay, Greta Van Fleet, because they just are trying to be Led Zeppelin. Like, we already had Zeppelin. We have them still. I don't know. I feel like very, very, there's a bias there or something. I feel that every time they've come on the playlist or something, someone will be like, oh man, fucking Greta Van Fleet. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know about them for the longest time, honestly. I probably would have just thought it was Led Zeppelin. See, Viana, my youngest loves Greta Van Fleet. It seems to be a thing. I know of them, though. Like, they come up, if I put in any band from the 70s, Greta Van Fleet is going to come up on that fucking playlist. I think that's why people get pissed, because they're not from the 70s. I think they're younger than me. But I don't know. I don't hate them. They just sound a lot like, they do sound a lot like Zeppelin. I apologize. I love you so much. I apologize for dropping him on his head twice. I too was dropped on my head a few times. On purpose. I feel like I would unintentionally start to like hump to the rhythm instead of, to the pleasure, I guess. Hold on. I gotta move videos around because I've got Chris Stapleton, I've got the Theremin. We watched that one. We watched that one. Watch that one. Fuck. What's that guy's name? Jared Leto. That's usually how it goes. Keaton's my favorite, but I wonder if that's nostalgia because I'm old. Internet old. I'm not old. I still got a good 60 years in me, honestly. Women in my family never die. But for most people, their favorite. I mean, and honestly, for me, Jack Nicholson's the perfect Joker because that's who I had in my head because I read the comics. But Heath did, I wouldn't even compare the two, period. I think they were two extremely valid and well done interpretations of the same character. You know? Yeah. Both were fucking magnificent, and I wouldn't write off either. Jared Leto was an accident, and we don't talk about it. But those two, they just did great. I never shame anyone when they say Heath Ledger. Like, he literally did the job of his life. Unfortunately passed away. But, he did a phenomenal job. There's no arguing that in any way, shape, or form. But the nostalgia of the older ones gets me, and Michael Keaton's great. Val Kilmer's great, too. I didn't see Val Kilmer until I was older. I don't know why. Probably because we just didn't own it or something. But Val Kilmer's great, too. I just love Keaton. That might be because I was a Beetlejuice kid, though. They're just really, right? Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger tied for faves easily, right? Yeah. Jim Carrey was the Riddler. And, so this is my theory. I like Jim Carrey as the Riddler, too. I like Jack Nicholson because they were really the comic version. They took the comic character and brought that character to life as opposed to, and this is no shade, it's just a different interpretation, taking a comic book character and making it more human. Which is fine. They're both done very well. If you can do it well either way, I'm here for it. But I like that corniness. I liked Poison Ivy. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy was great. Bane was an accident. We don't talk about Bane in that movie. But Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman, fucking phenomenal. I thought she did a really good job. It was unfortunate that was the Clooney mishap. Tommy Lee Jones was a fun Two-Face. I agree. He actually scared me more. He came off as more crazy, more like more Two-Face, I guess. Whereas Harvey Dent, it's just the actor that played Harvey Dent. I felt he didn't give me. It felt like the same character. It felt like Harvey Dent trying to put on a fun voice. You know, I didn't feel like the Two-Facedness of it there, and I think that's just, I don't know. Whatever. Just not my favorite. It didn't give me that crazy like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, like scary kind of like that burnt. I should do that as a special effects makeup thing. Side note, I could do that. I could gender bend on that. Like do the like the curly like mouth thing. Ooh. That could be fun. You smell like horse now? Hell yes. That's a good smell, honestly. I love the smell of a barn. Is that weird? I know it's shit, but I kind of like it. I did watch the Snyder cut of Justice League. That whole fucking thing. I watched that. I know. My nickname in college fraternity was Robin because my last name is West. And I'm the lame sidekick. Excuse me, has anyone ever been like, oh my god, I love that movie, and then pointed out the main character as their favorite character in a movie ever? No. Because the sidekick is always the best character. The supporting role is literally the best character in everything ever. You should be proud to not be main character energy. NPC over here, let's fucking go. Quest giver, if at best. I'm proud. Come on now. What do we talk about in games? Like, literally the smallest, stupidest little character that had nothing of importance to do, but we got to, like, pet the dog. No one's out there being like, that main character was sure my favorite, ha 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 ha. Ever. We like Happy. Iron Man's great, but Happy, though. You know what I'm saying?
Squish that cat.
It's facts. Can we talk about this face right here? They did her dirty. Come on now, Mia Goth's amazing actress. Let's. You're being a little harsh there with that clip. I don't think this is a video. Hold on.
Hail Satan.
Tim Burton Batman's S tier, right? I think it was great. I think it was a victim of you know, I don't know how to put it. This is honestly, I know nothing. This is just allegedly in my opinion. It was a victim of big studios being like, "Cool, so you have this really cool idea, but we needed some AAA names in here to like justify the budget and do it." And so they were like, "What's a big name? Who's hot and doing cool things these days? People touch their nipples over George Clooney." And then Batman went, "Woo." But Penguin was great. Side note, did you guys see the new what's his name? Oh god, the Irish dude that plays Penguin. He's getting his own show. Crazy. If I didn't know that was him, I would have never known that was him playing Penguin. He truly did a phenomenal job. Colin Farrell. Yeah. A whole show about Penguin. I'm kind of interested. Honestly, they've tickled me. I like that they're taking a totally obscure character and doing a spin-off of it. I don't know if it's going to be like, I mean, we all basically know the general gist of Penguin's childhood story and how he ended up Penguin, blah, blah, blah. But, like, what are they gonna do? You know? Like, we all love Danny DeVito. That was the original Penguin, right? That was Danny, right? I believe it was. It's been a bit since I saw those ones. But I did not know that was Colin. If I hadn't have seen, I think Colin Farrell did, like, Hot Ones or something and talked about it. That's the only reason I knew that was Penguin, because he was in such a massive, like, bodysuit that made him look like a penguin, you know, and, like, all the SFX, what are they called? Not like prosthetics, but you guys know what I mean. He obviously had shit all over him. It was amazing. Like, it was so well done. I had no idea. Props to whoever that fucking makeup artist is. They did work. Is it prosthetics? Is that the word you would use for it? I couldn't think of it. Like, I know you can pre-buy, they're latex, right? It's like latex parts that then you would liquid latex on, like cheekbones or something like that. You can buy stuff like that. I've always built it out of wax because I'm poor. They're expensive, usually, the good ones. But yeah, I couldn't think, I guess, yeah. I don't know why it sounds weird. Prosthetics. It was amazing, regardless. Colin Farrell is underappreciated. I've thought about that. I think somewhere in like the early 2000s or something, he went through like some turmoil with gossip columns that were just prying into his personal business and personal love life, and therefore the public was like, "Oh my God, your personal life's kind of messy. Let's stop supporting anything you've ever done." I think. Oh my God. Side note: I just wanted to point out, like, we were watching the Prince stuff, things associated with Prince. I just wanted to point out what a fantastically, like, overtly hypersexual human being who no one has Me Too'd as far as I know. Like, just good case in point that it's possible. You can be the definition of sex and talent and not be a piece of shit. Thank you, Prince, wherever the fuck you are. Appreciate you, bud. Is it prosthetics? Okay, cool. Yeah. That word sounded weird to me. Something like that happened, but it was like literally like maybe I don't even know. I think he just went through a divorce. I don't know if one of them cheated on it. It was people like how I don't agree. I don't like it sucks. You cheated on your wife. I think that's really dirty, nasty, and I'm upset with you. But is it any of my fucking business being a consumer of your art you create? I don't know. I think it was during like the Monica Lewinsky era where everyone was like, shame on Monica, this underage intern who was absolutely taken advantage of by the president of the United States. But like, no one went after Bill. Everyone went after Monica. It reminded me a lot of that. You know what I mean? Underage, she was just young. That's all. Underage, yeah. She wasn't like, oh God. I shouldn't say that, huh? That implies 16. Young, impressionable. Young and impressionable. Yeah, not underage. Thank you. Yeah, that's terrible language because that implies something horrifically different. Yeah. Just super fucking young. I don't think he was in. I don't know. I don't know if. I mean, he didn't leave office. I don't know. They just kind of played him out to be a playboy and like he stayed married and everything. But her life, she had to change her name and she had to change her look. Like she actually had to dye her hair blonde and like start dressing different and shit. Like he wasn't. Okay, yeah, he was okay, so he was impeached but not convicted. It's very impeachment is so much more confusing than I have ever I mean, I've not exactly sat there and read about it and thought about it, but every time it comes up, I learn more about it. And it's not like nothing in government's simple. They make it so convoluted and fucked up, but it's so many multiple steps. Right, Rod? I know. I've thought kind of the same. He was impeached, but like not so he's by not being convicted, then he stayed in office. I'm just trying to make sense of it because honestly, it's impeachment still confuses me. Impeached is like formal. Oh, okay. So impeached means formally charged with something. Right? I mean, he had sexual relations with a consenting adult in the Oval Office, allegedly, right? I mean, I don't know if that was rumor that that's where it happened. Like, allegedly. As far as I know, this is my ignorant brain, I don't think anything illegal occurred, which is why he wasn't convicted. However, I assume there are laws or rules or something, regulations about having covert romantic relationships with coworkers, and I think she was an intern or something. Like, I think that was as bad as it, like, literally. Like, yeah, he cheated on his wife, but at the most simple thing, he literally just had sexual relations with a consenting adult in the White House. Right? He got him a blowjob, lied to Congress about it. Yeah. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yeah. Impeached because he lied about it. So that was the crime? Okay. I was real young when this went down. I joke about being old. I'm internet old. I'm 35. But I was very young when that went down, so I wasn't like, you know. I read about it later in life. Thank you very much for clarifying. He lied about having sex. The world's gonna end. They acted like it. People acted like it. My grandma, up in arms. Up in arms. And like, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what my parents taught me, Clinton actually did some pretty decent shit for our country. And like, I think he's one of the only like, he lowered our national debt more than any other president, I think, ever. Like, he did some great things, but because he got a blowy and lied about it, people, like, villainize him a lot. Like, I'm not saying he's a great guy, but it was something like that. Do you remember shit like that? See, I was so young, I don't, and honestly, like, even as a teenager slash mini adult, little adult, I was not paying attention to politics. I was never very political. Grew up in the middle of fuck nowhere. Didn't really have that shit around until I went to college. Yeah, issue was him lying about it. Cool, thank you. That's more, that clarified a lot for me. Because honestly, it was very, like, I just remember my mom being really angry how much the media and everything went after and stalked Monica Lewinsky. A lot. Like, they terrorized her. I remember my mom being just furious about that. They were going after her for that. And at the end of the day, it was a consenting relationship between two adults. And I think they both agreed on that, right? Like, he cheated on his wife, yes, lied about it, etc. But I don't think either of them accused either of, like, anything icky. Staying away from icky words, you know what I'm saying? I don't think so, as far as I remember. Dude, Vex, right? That's what I'm saying. That's where we came from. I was talking about the shit with Colin Farrell, like something in his personal life. I have no idea what it was. I was young. I don't follow celebrity gossip or anything, but something in his personal life got in the media. And so people read about it in gossip columns and, back when people bought a lot of, I think people still buy trash magazines, The Globe and shit like that. And people just decided they hated him because of shit going on in his personal life. But I don't think it was anything like nefarious or what we like to say problematic. Like, he wasn't out there R-ing or essaying or kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like he cheated on his wife or something, which naughty, bad, icky, gross, bad on you. Learn, change. But like, nothing like go to prison or fucking whatever, right? As far as I remember. She got a very raw deal. My mom was pissed. She's very feminist pro, which was nice to grow up with. But yeah, I remember her being fucking furious about that. She made a line of purses. Good for her. I don't think he cheated, honestly. I get hardcore open relationship vibes from the Clintons. I mean, that's what I would agree when you say, like, we joke about it, but I sometimes think that those highfalutin, rich political families, we know for a fact, this isn't just my opinion, they absolutely still have, what are those fucking, like, sell your 16-year-old to older men ball? That's what it looks like. What is that thing? The Lady Antebellum shit, where little girls get all fancy and, like, uh, Americana type dresses and they, like, descend a staircase and debutante balls. That shit still exists. Abso-fucking-lutely. And I wonder, like, do they have maybe not like, like arranged marriages, but kind of like we have a big name and they have a big name, so we're gonna make our kids like just be raised together and we're gonna ingrain in their mind they're gonna get married and that's gonna happen. And it's not impossible. I've known people who literally had actual arranged marriages. They were from other countries and that was a cultural thing, granted, but it exists in that form. Why wouldn't it exist in another? It wouldn't. Yeah, that debutante shit, thank you. I don't know why that word escaped me. That stuff literally still exists. Absolutely. We know that's real. Oh, fuck. We have 2 more videos. 3. Thank you. So loud. I think I know this person's voice, though. Hold on. Debutante?
Jesus fucking what? Is that the trailer version?
Am I a debutante? You ain't want nothing to do with that. She looks itchy. I am itchy. I have nervous energy. Please don't look at me. There's a dog hair on my face. It's haunting me. Donna, I hope you're doing well, honeybean. Don Seeger, I agree. I feel like a lot of that is, or it's like it's misdirection, Like we need to do some shady shit. Let's make a political theatric of something. and get people to look in that direction while we go do this icky shit this way. We know that happens. They do that shit all the time. Liz, I've seen, oh man, that gave me sick chills. Yes, I have seen. I I try not to ever judge a relationship. If it's consensual, legal, above board, you do you, boo boo. But I have seen some pretty hilarious TikToks slash Instagram posts where it's actually the post is by someone else who is psychologically breaking down this age gap relationship. But the ones that pop up with these psychologists, it's like 45-year age gaps. 45, 50 years. 50, 50. You know, it's like but like I ain't got no room to talk. My last relationship 12 years, this one 8, one before that 10. What are you going to do? I like me some old balls, I guess. But man, that yeah, there are some of them where I don't know. Again, consenting adults, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? I just I don't it's yeah. Slick Willie, that's literally the nickname they gave Clinton. Cute. Fiata, I can't. I saw one recent it's hard to say. Cause that's like universally fucking weird, right? I saw one recently where this chick married the guy that babysat her when she was a baby. I was it the next Twilight movie? I like that song. I'm sorry it was the background to that conversation. No, Viata, no. What? Oh, what? That's literally the plot in Twilight. I'm gonna vom. I'm going to be ill. I'm going to be sick. Absolutely sick. Oh my fucking god. I don't want to be thinking of this while we watch the theremin, but I've got the theremin up. What the fuck? I'm dead. I want to read it out loud so bad, and my body's literally gagging me every time I try to read what Viata has typed out loud. I'm broken. I have to do it in a British accent that's really shitty because otherwise I can't read it out loud. It's how I separate my brain from the content. It's so broken. I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works. It's hot magic. They had a picture of them married and then a picture of him holding her as a baby when he was her babysitter. Jane, dude, same. Like I have had like arguably what you would describe as age gaps in most of my relationships. Most of the relationships I've had have been 8+ years difference, older than me, usually. Some people will be like, oh my God, that's too much. But like, it's not like I'm doing it on purpose. It's just, I guess, the people I have things in common with suck my butt. I don't know. That, though, I mean, can you imagine fucking someone you held as a baby? And I'm not being ultra gross and saying fucking a baby, so don't even fucking go there. That's disgusting. I'm saying literally you consciously remember no, right? No. No. Exactly, Glut. I'm not even gonna, like, you just don't, there's something in our body that says no. Unless you're Twilight. They real life spawn camping. Is that what they call, like, I mean, I keep trying to, I feel like grooming is a way overused word, but that's basically it, right? I mean, on the most ultra disgusting, icky level. Like, I have goosebumps in the worst way. Yeah. That's the outlier, right? Like I was saying, I try not to judge any relationship. Like, if you're over 18, you're a consenting adult, you do you, boo-boo. It's arguable where each person's individual maturity level is at said age 18. Like, some people are fetuses still, and some people are old, wise souls because they've gone through a lot of shit. Like, who knows? And, like, but that, oh, come on. Nah. Right, diaper sniper, cradle robber. I've heard cradle robber. It's just, oh. Woody Allen did that shit, right? Like, adopted a kid to marry it. It's universally not okay. It's just not. It's not cool. That's so gross. I wouldn't even say age. Like, there's got to be a better word for that, because people describe my relationship, my past one, and the one before that as age gap because they're 8, 12, and 10 years apart. Like, that's different, though. There we go. Thank you, Shaff. Excuse me. Shake half awake. Wow. My brain and mouth did not connect in those moments. I apologize. You're welcome for witnessing that one. Everyone has to draw a line. I mean. Woody Allen adopted and raised his daughter, then married her and had kids with her. Ew. Yeah. Jane, what? Nah, dude. Nah. Yeah, no. I honestly, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I was trying to think how to word it, but honestly, if I especially, I think at my age now, it's much different if I was 19 years old and, like, I knew someone when they were 17 and then suddenly they were 18, I was 20, and then we dated. Totally different. At my age, I could not, I would not, and I think I'd be repulsed by even the fucking idea of being in a relationship with someone that at this point in my life I knew underage and then overage, because no. You look like a baby. You smell like a baby. You're a baby. I don't. I'm still out trying to find Radagast dick. You know what I'm saying? Give me that dirty forest man. No. No. Absolutely not. Yeah, who the fuck? Get out of my. Why are you even in my presence? Stop it. You smell like axe and sadness. Out of my life. Shoo. Shoo shoo. What did they call? Oh God, hold on. What's the new term for swag? Drip. That's a sheer fucking red flag of run away, son. I'm glad they use weird language, because now I know how to. It's like, oh, fetus. Instant. If I hear someone say drip, The Riz, yeah, those. I've actually Riz came back from the the 20s. That's an older term that came back, I think. That Riz is charisma. No shit. That is not how I've heard the youth use it. But I don't hang out around a lot of youth, let's be honest. Where do I meet these women in their 30s that are into older men again? I don't. We hide in our closet and smoke too much weed. Sorry. We all die alone in our cavern of sadness and pot. Oh my god, load your bullets. Almost 420. You're right. Theremin. We're good. You won't be deafened. But I've never seen someone actually play it and make it sound nice. Most of the time, they're just like, look at this cool Twilight Zone sound I made. You know, it doesn't sound pretty. That was pretty. Like, she actually learned how to play it. I'm impressed. Anticipation engine? What? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Yes, I did, Viata. Dude, she cooked, like, every Christmas cookie you can fathom and gave us, like, 5 of each in a old-fashioned, like, cookie tin. It's so cute, but holy shit, they were good. I mean, there's still some left. But, like, if I seem shaky, it's the Beatles. It's happening, because, oh, she's a good cook. Holy crap. Yeah, Liz, funny, so... it always makes me laugh, because, honestly, I take it as a compliment, because... I tried really hard to make my character super dislikable. I literally modeled my character after every terrible person I'd ever had to work with ever in hospitals, and a little dash of mom. I love you and Zeke's relationship. That he was so annoyed by you first in Nocturne. At least I think that's what he said. No, he fucking he likes to downplay it now. But the first time he told me this information, he used the word hate. I hated you. You drove me nuts. You can't forget when someone you're having sex with says those things to you out loud. He can downplay it all he fucking wants. That's what he said. And I was like, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, your character was way too fucking convincing. And you, like, I'm, I guess, not chatty before we do RP. So he didn't have any idea who my, like, real personality was, I guess. Like, we usually hang out in a little, like, Discord call, whatever, 30 minutes before, just sitting there in silence mostly, or, like, having 1 or 2 quick conversations about what's going to happen that day, but that's it. And I guess I just didn't do anything, so. I'm glad I'm not Emma either. Just an FYI. That being said, I do listen to the playlist I made for her on Spotify all the time. It's a pretty good playlist. It starts with Pucifer Remedy. If you know, you know. I want to save these songs. Hold on. Those are great. Oh, no, Liz, you have so many people have done that. Which is honestly amazing, because it's just like, it's incredible that people are still watching Nocturne and still finding it and starting it today. But I love it. The amount of times, and usually this is how the conversation goes, and this is me versus chat, right? So I'll just be we're just hanging out, whatever we're doing, playing a goofy game, smoking, listen to cool music, whatever. We do what we want to do and hang out. We'll just be chilling, relaxing, and it's hours into stream. And out of nowhere, it'll be like that little box pops up, like first time chatter. And they're like, hey, I've been lurking for a couple hours. I just had to say you're really nice, and I'm so glad you're nothing like Emma from Nocturne, but the show's awesome. Thank you for doing it. Somewhere along the lines of that. And I'm also very grateful I do not come off as Emma in real life, because she stressed me out. Like, if you're watching the show currently, or if you have watched it, or if you go back and watch it, a lot of Emma's breakdowns, Katie is actually having an actual mental breakdown. I did Nocturne pre-medication and therapy and my bipolar diagnosis. And, like, while I wasn't, I wasn't really aware I was getting to the edge yet, I think it was a good 6 months until I, like, dropped 60 pounds out of nowhere and became all creepy and, like, and couldn't taste food anymore. That was really scary. But, like, I would, that build of adrenaline in a scene would happen, and it would just, like, And after the scene was over, I would be actually crying and shaking and like sweating. And Pumpkinberry would be like, "You want to get up and walk for a minute?" I'd be like, like it was. I put so much into her, like literally, like soul and blood and tears. It was a lot, but it was kind of a form of therapy. Sorry, my voice is going. It was kind of, isn't it crazy how it goes at the same time every fucking day? The apprehension engine. I've never heard of it before. Ooh. It kind of, it looks familiar. Hold on. Horror scenes or tense scenes, like emotionally tense scenes and shit right there. That's fucking cool. Yeah, sound effects departments across the board. But thank you for watching Nocturne. That's the moral of the story. I appreciate it. And thank you for giving me a chance and not taking me on Emma, because oh my god. She was a blast. Don't get me wrong. All the characters I've ever played have a very special place in my heart, and I still think about them to this day. Like, honestly, the only character I don't think about is Emma/Lilith, because they live together. They brought more hounds into the pack. Like, I know what happened to Trick and Lilith, so I don't think about them, but every other character has a really weird place in my head where I think about them. And I'll have random thoughts like, I wonder what they're doing, but they're me. You know, you understand how crazy this is. I have moments where I have to stop myself and be like, that's crazy, stop it. But I think about them. Like, they're characters in a book. That's what RP feels like a lot of the time. It feels like a book you end, but like, until someone dies, there's no real true conclusion to a life. And I think about characters in books the same way I think about characters I create for RP shows. I think about Jim.
Power in a name.
And that's not fake shit. Jim has haunted all of us. And it's now on my leg forever. But you know what I mean? Haunted. Luckily, I hung out on here before starting Nocturne, which is awesome. But honestly, like, I've never had anyone. I mean, I don't know. I guess they wouldn't really tell me, like, I don't want to be your friend because of Nocturne and you seem like a bitch. But more often than not, people come to chat and they're like, I'm just so grateful you're not like that in real life. They actually say that. And I'm glad people are comfortable enough to say that because it makes me feel good. Honestly, I modeled Emma off of people I don't like. I know. Shocker. Sit down. Pull your pants back up. Hands check. It's fine. I know. That's crazy. But I literally had a list of people I had worked with who I fucking would rather die than ever work with again. And that is who I modeled her off of. So please, deeply despise her. I built her for it. I built the heel. I never got to build a heel. I've never got to play a heel before in my life. And that was the first. And she was a blast. It's really hard though. Like I think it. So first off, Liz, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the chat. You generous fuck. Dotanium, A6, OK Juju, Workster, and Mazamahan. You're Mahan? Mohan. I'm apologizing for saying your name wrong. I apologize. Thank you for being here to accept these wings upon your anus. Thank you. Sometimes a fun RPG character is very much not you. I don't think I've ever played a character that really is me. Honestly. Like, little bits and pieces, maybe, but not anything defining. I usually base them off people I know in my life because I don't know how to mimic myself. If someone said, like, be yourself, you know what I mean? Give me your real smile. The moment someone says anything like that, you freeze up and you don't know what to do because what is that? That's my natural state of being where acting is not. So, like, acting, my natural state of being, how? What? So I always model it off of behavior that I've seen. And I can take that facial expression, put it on my face, mimic that voice, whatever. That's what I usually have to do. I don't think I've ever mimicked that's not the word. Based any character really, I mean, inevitably bits and pieces. That's impossible to avoid, but not really anything major, really. Thank you for the subs, Liz. I appreciate you. Gonna get sappy. I love it when we can have deep, serious convos alongside fun ones. This community is so intelligent and compassionate. I love you, Katie, for creating the space. Thank you. Can I pass? I would like to pass that love on to my mods. Thank you for helping me create this space. And the community, honestly. It's self-sustaining at this point. My mods say it all the time. Like, you guys, you emulate the values so hard, the little fuck twats run away. And that's really nice. I think they sense adults or something. I got the dog hair. Oh my god, did I get it? It's been haunting me all day. I just feel it tickling my nose. I swear it's stuck to my nose ring or something. I'm going crazy. I just can't see. The Apparition Engine kind of reminds me of a bunch of Nordic instruments. Me too, like a hurdy-gurdy. That's what I was thinking. Yep. Oh, yep. The Taggle. I don't know, Taggle harpa. I'm so sorry. I'm probably butchering that. Hurdy-gurdy and another boat instrument. I forget the name of it. I think we've seen the one you're talking about recently. We've seen someone play it. I think Saron Lynn shared it, and it was the one where this girl was playing it, and then she, like, flicked the end of it off. You know what I'm saying? And suddenly there was something else she was fucking with on the end of it. I think it... Oh, she had tape on her fingers. I think she was using her fingers to play it. It wasn't with a bow. And it didn't have a crank that I remember. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, Sales, what? I got one for you, which I learned recently. Oh, no. There's a meow in the middle of homeowner, so now it's home meowner. I'm never going to be able to read that word correctly ever again in my whole life. You just rewrote my brain chemistry. How the fuck does it feel? Oh no. I'm never not going to see meow in the middle of that word. I'm ruined. The power.
Hail.
Hail yourself. Thank you, mods. Seatown Regimes, thank a mod. I appreciate the mods as well. Seriously, you can't, I mean, I say it all the time, but you can't do shit alone. Which of the people you met in healthcare killed a patient by putting their hand into a wound and feeling their internal organs? Okay, so that scene was inspired by, believe it or not even a baby doc, not even at a teaching hospital. However, tiny community hospital. And, I'm trying to remember the situation. I don't even remember the situation, but we had a patient come in and they were kind of like going down, what we say like layman's, going downhill, crashing, not doing too hot. Tests are coming back kind of iffy. So we start like, buzzing around the door, like, oh, are we going to need to intubate? Are we going to need to do this, that? We start thinking about more like the next steps in the healthcare. And, they decided, I think this person was going to go into surgery. Something was going on where they decided that they were going to put in an A line. And an A line or an arterial line is basically giving nurses all access pass to your arteries. It's fucking sick. They can just like drugs. Blame it on the drugs. It's incredible. But it's quite literally, it looks like a squid popping out your neck. I'm sure you've seen it if you've had a lead one in the hospital. They'll usually have some sort of bandage or a Tegaderm, and then like this like shit, like a ton of like, and then they're all IV'd up. A lines. So usually you need a nurse. Usually you need a couple nurses or a nurse and respiratory therapist, a couple people, life-saving, educated people in the room while you do something like that, because it's a very serious process. You're literally slicing into an artery, shoving. I mean, the line goes far. It's like graphically far into you. And they feed it in with like a wire. It's fucking wild. But basically your neck arteries and a lot of your preciouses really close to your brain and heart are open and exposed to air and non-sterile environments for a little longer than, we would ever want ever, aside from surgery. So you want a lot of life-saving people there. And this doc comes in. I'd never worked with them before. And they do the whole sterile setup. Nurse and I are all sterilely set up. We've got our shit on, our bunny suits. So basically all you see is this. We're like arms crossed, just standing at the end of the bed watching because, we're judgmental cunts and we don't know this doc. And, it was pretty, so basically the guy, like the way an A-line normally goes is they put like the blue sheet, across your whole like face and everything with a cutout right here. And then you see the doc do a little slice, do a little pull, do a little slice, maybe a little tiny trickle of blood will come out. And immediately that wire and line is like, poo, poo, poo. And they start like hosing that shit in so you don't bleed out, right? Arteries, danger sauce. So that's normally what happens. So we're sitting here watching and we see like the initial cut. And then I don't even fucking know. It was so fast. But like the way that big blue sheet is nowadays is where that cutout is. It has stickum. So then it like seals, around the area. And the sheet just started to pool with like the darkest, thickest, scariest blood I've ever seen in my life. Just like, whoa. And I mean, Within a second, it was like a gallon. And that doctor just like fucking fisted the neck to pull the artery out and do this with it. Inspiration. I worked in a hospital. I don't know if that was apparent from my character in Emma, but I did work in a hospital for a long time. Trauma and shit. And then I think the other one that inspired that scene was we had, unfortunately, a youth come through the ER in Baltimore, and they had been clipped with a bullet, what we thought was clipped by a bullet, but they were unconscious. And what we learned, unfortunately, was that the clipping was a bullet went through here and went through their chest and out the other shoulder, and it just blasted through their aorta. And what we usually do if you're like your heart's not pounding and we sense internal bleeding, something so drastic's happening that we can't, you know, waste milliseconds, we do with something that's called clamshelling, where instead of like bone sawing through your sternum, we saw through here, through your ribs on the side, because they're easier to saw through, thinner bone. And we can just like, we literally like, whoop-ah, like a cupboard, we clamshell you open. And what's crazy is once your thoracic cavity loses that internal pressure that's maintaining your lungs, your lung, like, poof, fucking flies out of you. And it is neon pink. It's really cool. But it blows up like a butterfly wing because it's like, freedom! And it's just, it doesn't have any restrictions, i.e. the rib cage anymore. And when we clamshelled this patient, that didn't happen. And we were all like, huh. And the doctor literally fist in the chest cavity, like, and comes out with his finger through the bullet hole. It was like a piercing. It was like a gauged earring through the middle of the aorta. Pulled it out of this dude's chest and was like, we're not saving this kid. It was wild. Like, how, I mean, I've seen a lot of fists go into chest at this point, but that like, I'd never seen that before. But like, we can't. He lost so much blood, it was done for. I mean, he'd already, literally, I think he was already dead. We were basically coding someone who had passed. But inspiration is abound in a surgical center. That being said, I did not get, like, you know, powers from it or anything. Our insides, I mean, they want out, but it's honestly not good for them. Like, because of your diaphragm, like your diaphragm being a muscle and that thoracic pressure, when you inhale, you're actually relaxing the diaphragm, right? And so it pulls down and your lungs expand, right? And then when you exhale, the diaphragm moves up and your lungs compress. Without that pressure of your lungs, you can't inhale, exhale. Like, there's none of that. So they just like inflate, like they just inflate because there's nothing around. Like you don't have conscious control of your lung inflating and deflating because there isn't muscle on them. Does that make sense? The only reason they do what they do is because of the pressure in you know what? It's a lot. You guys didn't sign up for med school. I'm not here to torture you. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's it. It's a lot. That's it. Stick a fist in his shoulder to like block a fucking artery. Real thing I thought was fake. Redheads are like immune to anesthesia. You know what's crazy? We've learned it's not necessarily just redheads. There's actually a large population of people. They're not necessarily immune to anesthesia. It's even more, the reason I say that, immune makes it seem like cool. It's actually kind of dangerous. So what happens is there are some people, and it just happens to be a large proportion of people who are like redheads or ginger or blondes or whatever, white people. What happens is either your liver is extremely good at metabolizing these drugs, i.e., it metabolizes them faster than we can feed them to you and get them to kick in, or it's really bad at metabolizing these drugs. So what will happen is we'll give you anesthesia, you don't knock out. We give you more, you don't knock out. We give you more, you don't knock out. And suddenly your liver goes, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. And 3 doses of an adult dose of knockout stuff hits you all at once. And now we have to resuscitate you, intubate you, and keep you in the ICU for a week. And you didn't even get the surgery. That is common as fuck, and it sucks. Because now you've got a $6,000 a night minimum bill. Because, like, something that neither of us would have been aware of or even thought to test for exists. And it sucks, but like, what do you do? It's great. But there is something, it's some genetic component. It has nothing to do with like damage or like a drinking history or anything. Nothing like that. It literally has nothing to do with that. It's something genetic, and it just happens to be a large proponent of gingers, and super pale people have it for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. Some people have it. They also have the symptom where they metabolize alcohol super fast, or vice versa, they don't. So, like, if you can have a couple beers one night, get super drunk, you wake up drunk the next morning, that's not metabolizing well. That is free flowing, lots of poison everywhere. That is not a good plan. It's wild though. Science, bodies, they're amazing. We're all so varied and beautiful. I did, Lena. Thank you, love. I'm very excited to make crack cook. I'm gonna call them crack. The crack cookies. I have to go walk my dogs. We went an hour over, but I was an hour late. So honestly, whatever. It's actually really beautiful outside. So I got to grind weed. We're doing it. We got 15 minutes. It's fine. We're finally on the upswing of daylight. Give me back my daylight. Dude, yes. I mean, I don't know what it is, what's wrong with me, but there's a button and I will just start tangenting about like human body science. And I do severely apologize for those that give zero fucks. It's so implanted. Paracetamol. I think it's like Tylenol. Yes, aspirin. I think so, right? Because you can get paracetamol over the counter, and I'm pretty sure almost every country other than America, you cannot get like Aleve. You can't get NSAIDs over the counter. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Right? That's what Lizzie was saying. I think for that kind of stuff, you have to have... Right, Mel? Thank you. Yeah, you have to have a prescription. Really? Okay. I've toyed with the idea for, I would say, years at this point, but I talk myself out of it because I like to tell myself I'm boring and no one cares about anything. Because I'm cruel. To myself. But I've toyed with the idea, like, I used to paint on stream all the time. It's really hard when you don't have dual cameras unless you do, like, one giant canvas behind you. But I've toyed with the idea of, like, I've always wanted to do this just for my personal, I want these on my wall. But I have some pretty large canvases, and I want to do, like, one large canvas that's a heart. Just, like, a fucking beautifully done anatomical heart. No artistic license taken, because fuck that shit. I don't know. I've always wanted to do it, but I thought it'd be fun to do on stream, because then I could literally just sit here and let my whatever's wrong with me take over and talk about hearts all day, because I went to school for a really long time to learn about them. They're in me. Hearts, blood, and shit. Not shit, actually. I don't know. I know a lot about shit because I have a lot of nurse friends, but not, like, as much about shit as, like, Pat would know. Pat would know more about shit. There's nurses out there. They know shit. Like, literal shit. You know what I'm saying? I find I don't realize just how much I know until I start explaining things to people. Really? I don't think I know shit about shit. I think I just get on a tangent. The info dump button, whatever the hell that is. Yeah. Oh, no. It's a buns. It's a buns. Man, I only have a 2 head. Lena, I mean, honestly, Lena, correct me if I'm wrong on this. I would go so far as to say if you regularly imbibe in any drug, any substance, like if you take 2 Tylenol every day, tell your anesthesiologist. If you smoke weed, if you have a drink every day, just regularly, if you imbibe literally in anything that is like a mind altering substance that has to be metabolized by the human body and go through the blood brain system barrier, tell your fucking anesthesiologist. Just keep yourself safe. You want to wake up, and you do not want to wake up 6 days later in an ICU with the bill that's going to ruin your life. Trust me, I'm that person that charged that bill. You don't want it. And if anesthesia hits you like that hard, we intubate you and put you in the ICU and we keep you. It's what we have to do to keep you alive. It's much better to know what you do, even if weed's illegal. We don't care. I don't give a fuck. I've literally held someone's heroin kit for them while they put a gown on to get into their hospital bed. I care, but I have no... How do you word that? I'm here to get you better. If you want to get off whatever the fuck is causing your problem, if it's a drug or et cetera, I'll help you. But if that's not what you're here for, it's not my business. And that might seem cold, but it's not my fucking business. I'm not gonna go call the cops because I'm gonna save this. It's not my business. If you want to make it my business, I'm here for you. Like, I would love to help. We have so many resources. I can call so many people. Like, let's fucking go. But it's not my business. And honestly, forcing someone to sober up never works. Ever. Someone has to want to get better. There has to be some sort of human will in there. Like, I'm never, like, it's just not, yeah. I care, I don't judge, exactly. I very much vehemently care. Like, in my soul, I'm like screaming, ask me for help, please let me help you, I don't want to hold your heroin kit, please let me help you, please. Please let me help you, oh my god, there's a cockroach on your tourniquet, please let me help you, please. Like, I'm screaming it, but it's not my place. As a healthcare worker, as a stranger, etc. It's not my place, unless that's what you're there for. And it sounds cold, but like, forcing someone, raise your hand if you think going to jail is good for a drug addict. Like, let me rephrase that. If that's an adequate response to finding out someone's addicted to a life-altering substance. Yes, going to jail there are individual instances where people have sobered up, blah, 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 blah. I have family members that have gotten on heroin in prison. Like, that's not a guaranteed in any way, shape, or form. And our prison system's disgusting. Jail is not rehab. Yeah, I don't like perpetuating that. Even though I recognize and appreciate there are individual instances, I don't like perpetuating that as an answer or a solution. Jails are sanctioned slavery, in America at least. They're disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You go from being an alcoholic to drinking toilet wine. Did we do this person any favors? Addiction is a very strong demon. It's a neurospiciness of its own kind. Like, villainizing those people and making them so scared they can't come to the ER, go fuck yourself. You know? I don't agree with that. Is there a way to lower my hand lower for that? I know, right? Same. I cannot agree harder. It's not, I don't like when people, it sounds, and this is, I don't judge, and I'm not trying to throw shade in any way, shape, or form, but when someone tells me, like, yeah, throwing an addict in prison, sometimes you just don't have any other options, and they're gonna sober up, it sounds really fucking stupid to me. I am, like, drowning in drug addiction around me and my family, and almost every single one of them got into prison. Guess how many of them are sober? 2 dead, though. I guess you can count those as sober. It just sounds fucking ignorant. Like, you obviously have not gone through this situation. Naive. That's a good word, because it just sounds so naive to me. And I can't generalize my personal experience. Not everyone has a whole bunch of siblings on all sorts of drugs and shit and dealing with it. That's not a normal experience either. But it's just, prison's not really the answer for anything, especially in America, in my opinion. Like, locking up people who are addicted to drugs it's just weird. I don't get that. Yeah, correctional facilities. My dick. Yeah, that's just bullshit. Yep. It is. Yeah. I know, dude, Lena, no shit. I don't know how this came across my timeline. It was like on Instagram or something, and it was a meme, and it was like, oh God, how does it word? I'm trying to think of it. It was worded so funny. It was like, when I grow up, I want to be a prisoner in Norway. Signed American Child. And then it was like, as you scrolled, it was pictures of like a Norwegian prison. And then it was pictures of the average American home under the poverty line, like 7 to a room, starving, et cetera, et cetera. Like, it was fucking funny in the darkest way ever. Darkest way ever. American Prison's a Bad Habit day camp. Yeah. I have seen the other guys, but I don't remember what it was about. Which is honestly the opposite of the way it normally goes in my brain. Normally I remember what it was about and not the title. Only ever put under anesthesia once in like the last 40 years for kidney stone. Oh, worth it. Kidney stone stent. I literally don't even remember being in the surgery room. I've been put down once in my like adulthood, and that was to get my wisdom teeth out. And it was a blink and I was awake. It was weird. Yeah, I don't remember it at all. Yeah, study after study has shown that treating addiction to illegal substances as a medical and social issue and not a legal issue is the best way to treat it. And yet people will literally ignore that forever because it's not confirmational bias. That wouldn't confirm not in my backyard. Therefore, they can't acknowledge it, and I think that's fucked up. I know, right? And Lena, that's the thing. The moment you're a prisoner in the American prison system, you no longer literally you don't have human rights anymore. You belong to the state and you are a slave. I mean, it's literally modeled after slavery. It's disgusting. Oh wait, see, I think the other guys. Is that the one with There's a couple movies that were almost identical. There was one that had, like, I wanna say Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. But then there was another one that was super similar that came out right around the same time. I saw Ferrell and Wahlberg. That one made me laugh. I don't know if Zach's seen it, though. So no shit. For as funny as a fucker he is, he doesn't like comedy as a genre. Talk about a pretentious douche. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched a comedy with him. He doesn't like it. He's too picky. He doesn't think it's funny. They seem like they're trying too hard. I'm quoting him right now if that's not apparent. And I quite literally, that is the face. I sit here like, uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. I've done this a few times. I'm not going to point it out. He's a big boy. He's smart. He'll figure it out. I'm not going to point it out. But like, so he doesn't see it. He's always Marky Mark, right? Menudo. I'm sorry, Malcourt. Literally, I separate them as people. There's Marky Mark, and then there's this dude who's like super Catholic and puts ashes on his head and makes really racist statements and like Boston or whatever. I don't know. Two different people. I don't know what's going on, but in my head, it's two different people. I can't even put them together. Literally, what C-Town says is absolute facts. Oh my God, thank you. I don't know how we didn't finish, but the reason that Zach, and I'm quoting once again, fucking hated me and found me exhaustingly obnoxious. And he self has admitted this. He realized this like when he started not hating me, I guess. I don't know where the fuck this happened because now we live together and we're fine. But like he said, he came to this realization that the reason he hated me is I was funny. Therefore, I was competition. And he needed to be the funny guy. Self-admitted, my dudes. I would never put those words in his mouth. I've never thought of myself as the funny person in my life. I was not here to compete with anybody. But like, damn, dude. Thanks. Look in a fucking mirror once in a while. But it is pretty funny. Yeah, he's very he's self-described himself. What's the word? He's like a hipster for comedy. What's the word for that? He's very pretentious about it. He's picky. Like, if everybody loves something and suggests it to him, he won't do it. Because in his mind, it can't be that good. What? We've had these real conversations, and I'm like, I love you so much, but like, what is going on? You're so smart, you gotta say it. Facetious. Yeah, that's a good one for it. Contrarian, thank you. That's the word he uses. He describes, he's like, I can't help it. I'm very contrarian about shit. So this is what I do. I sneak things on him. So what I've learned is that instead of saying like, oh, hey, I really like the movie Neighbors. It's hilarious. I play the movie up till the part where Rose, whatever her name is, her tits are like she forgot to milk. You know the scene. And they are so swollen with milk that they just look like these fucking green, veiny, fucking Frankentits. And she is scream crying, begging her husband to milk her because she's in so much pain she wants to die. And her baby can't nurse because she went drinking the night before. So what I find is if I can find a scene like that where it's either hilarious, there's an actor he likes, or there's titties, and I just make sure he's walking past the bedroom when that scene's on, he'll like do the stop, lean in the doorway, munch on a chip, sit on the edge of the bed, chill for a minute. If you get him for 15 minutes, then he'll ask what it is. What's the movie? Who's in it? Huh. And I'll be like, oh, hey, I just started it. Do you want to watch it? I can start it over, even if I'm an hour and a half in. And he goes, yeah, that'd be cool.
It might be manipulation, but you know what? I deserve to watch some funny movies once in a while, motherfuckers. I don't always have to be subjected to fucking John Wick while I go to sleep. God damn it. Fuck!
And that's all I have to say about that. Titties! I mean, honestly, it's innocent. It's just to get him to watch a funny movie. Because I know he'll like it. There are some movies I've got him to watch and he thinks they're fucking hilarious. I was trying to think, what's the other one? This Is the End. Unfortunately, it has that fucktwat that, holy shit, Glut. Glut, are you here? Glut might be, oh God, he got off work. He might not be here anymore. But like, Glut called this character check on an actor so hard that I just have to give credit to. Glut, oh my God, what's his name? The one you hate. And for years, I was like, you can't just stop watching movies because just that guy's in them. Oh my God, Glut. And he just came out, he's come out recently as like a manipulative, gaslighting piece of shit who uses therapy words to manipulate women. Like, he started a relationship with a surfing champion only to text her and tell her that wearing bathing suits in public makes him insecure in their relationship. He's insane. Good call. Like, I don't know how you did it, but unfortunately, he's in that movie. This Is the End, which is sad. But the scene in the movie, which is actually relatively close to the end, but like a demon as tall as the Chrysler Tower walks by and his dick is just like wonk, wonk. Make sure that scene's playing when someone walks by and they're like, huh, what's this? Huh, what's this? What's this? 15 minutes goes by. Who's in it? What's the movie? Huh. I just started it. You want to watch it? Yeah. Let me go get a drink. Boom. You got him. Got him. You fucking got him. The amount of times I have woken up at 3 a.m. to John Wick, Saw, you fucking name it. I deserve this. That's what that fucker goes to sleep to. He's gonna kill me one day. I know it. Like, I might listen to true crime, but for funsies, puppy stomping, like, regularly. A fucking, what's the other one? Taken? That was a recent one. Like, it's never a funny, a happy, it's always violent murder or, like, fuckery. Something's going on. Like, I unplug people for a living, but someone is comforted by the screams of the innocent. And it's not here. Just saying. Anyways, I gotta walk my dogs before I lose sunlight forever. Yeah, fuck Jonah Hill, that's his name. Yeah, Glut called that so hard. James Franco as well. I don't know if Glut called James. Did you hate James Franco too? Do you just have like bullshit dar? Do you have shitty human radar? What would you call that? Got trash dar. Trash dar? Yeah, they're shitty. They're shitty humans, and it's just sad. Yeah. Yeah, fuck. If you didn't know about the Jonah Hill, just you all, anyone with any form of humanity will see what he texted his girlfriend and just want to vomit in your mouth. It's like if someone was to literally hand you a text, a physical textbook with a physical written typed textbook example of gaslighting, that's what he did. It would be these texts. I'm glad she was smarter than that. I know. Moneyball, Wolf of Wall Street, This Is the End. He's in a lot of my favorite movies. Thankfully, I was never like, oh my God, Jonah Hill's the best ever. He just happened to be in a lot of movies I like super bad. And now every time I see him, I'm like, you fucking piece of hoser shit. Just makes me feel gross. Yeah, he's in a lot, but I've never, I mean, honestly, There's never been a movie where I'm like, he was the best. He just happens to be in them. And he's funny. I've laughed. But good call on that, Glut. So I guess the moral of today, as I find someone cool to raid, thank you all for hanging out today. I appreciate you. We can continue Sony Saturday tomorrow as per the usual. Moral of the story, if Glut has a bad feeling about someone, we should trust that. It's batting well. You know what I'm saying? Trust your gut, but not that I didn't trust, but dude, good call on that. I've been meaning to give you credit for that for ages, and I just keep this might be shocking, but I don't think about Jonah Hill on a regular basis, so it just hadn't come to mind. Not in there. Yeah, trust your
Trust your glut. It was literally right there. Fuck off. It took me
personally years to learn to actually what is that gut feeling? I don't just feel nauseous all the time. That person makes me feel nauseous all the time. Weird. You know what I'm saying? But that glut feeling. We're gonna write songs. Stop it. I do now, but it took me a very, very long time to learn to do that. Trust your glut.
Trust your glut.
Yeah, it's your instinct. Literally, I had an act that I was being very literal when I said I had a moment where I realized I wasn't just nauseous for some reason every morning. It was that this one particular person decided to invade my personal space and touch me in an inappropriate way every single day at the same time of day. So even on days where I wasn't around that person, at that time of day, every day, my stomach would get nauseous. It was evolving to pre-warn me that creep might be on their way. What the fuck? Your body is screaming. Our bodies are screaming. What's that game? I'm screaming, but I have no mouth. They're in there. They're in there. God damn it, I can't believe I missed that. It's a good actor, bad person? Yes. That's a really good way of putting it. Yeah. Really? I get weird feelings around certain people. Was it a DM? Because if so, that wasn't me. I didn't DM. What? Weird. I mean, I do too. It just took me a long time. I thought I'm sure a lot of us were this way. I was that teenager that was like, I just hate people. Because I generalized the feeling I had around people that I was forced to be around regularly. It took me a long time to learn that it was that person, not people. I just had to be around that person all the fucking time. So I was like, oh, people make me sick. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. That person. But I'm sure a lot of you had parents that were like, go hug your drunkle. And you were like, no. And they were like, do it. He loves you. And you were like, ah. And it instilled that thought that I don't have control over my body whatsoever. And whatever mom and dad say goes. And anyone can hug me and kill me. You know what I'm saying? We're ending the cycle. I'm so hot. I need to go outside. I need to take my dogs outside. What's today? Friday? Stony Saturday. If we have music that we missed or something, bring it by tomorrow and we'll hang out. I don't know. I'm trying to, what's today? Today's the 29th, 31st. I was just trying to figure out when should we dive back into Alan Wake? I was giving a break of it because I know a lot of people that love the game are out doing family shit, out of town, etc. We just started it. We played it 3 days and I didn't want to continue it while people are out visiting family and whatnot. So would you say January 2nd? Second? Or first or whatever after the holiday? Is that post holiday enough? I don't know. There'll be VODs. Absolutely. Actually, I was thinking about playing some this weekend maybe. Some before we jump back into Alan Wake cuz I wanted to show you guys my house. It's kind of cool. It's whatever. Did you see that we can delete wires now, by the way? It doesn't have to look like a ship on the Matrix anymore. It's the best. First day of the work year. That's what I was right? That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I've worked on my house a lot. It's kind of like all I'll say is llamas. Llamas everywhere. The horizon is llamas. Maybe tomorrow. That's what we can do. Have a nice stony Saturday with fun music, and I'll give you guys a home tour of my once human house. It's llamas. Because, what's the point of a house if you don't do some shit with it? All right, I'm gonna read Zach. He's playing a new game, which means he might be happy because last night he was so angry. I have to go take my dogs out before I lose sunlight forever. Look, cheers. It's 10 minutes before 4:20, but let's be real. It's 4:20 somewhere. There's a whole fucking universe out there. Cheers. Take your joy, drink water, pee after sex, and
Hail Satan! Thank you for the cool music. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Dude, this mic's gonna stink like weed.